Come on, baby. Yes, indeed. We are back yet again. Welcome to the Top 4 Podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Guys, we've got a lot to discuss today. A lot to discuss. Yeah? A lot to discuss. What are you lot saying?
We do indeed have a lot to discuss. I'm joined by a special guest once again. He's done a hat trick now. Three weeks in a row. Shayon, an Arsenal fan, talk to us, man. What's going on, G?
U2B, baby. U2B a gooner. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me once again. Let's do this.
Let's go. And I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to fulfill my contractual obligations as part of the Top 4 Podcast, and will be here to discuss my roles. I hope you wish you all a very Christmas, because this is probably my last podcast until Christmas, because I don't think I can make next week. So we're going to go out with a bang. But yes, I'm just here so I don't get fined by Peter. That is all.
You too, man. You too.
And we're finally joined by David. Generous Dave.
Hey, people, I'm back here. No 3 points on the screen today in the panel, apart from Adrian. But it's a mad thing, cuz.
Wow. But we said last week that the whole week counts. I was expecting 6 point collectors, but no, we got a couple 3 point collectors here and there. So
yeah, there's a couple of things.
But it's the latest where, weekend. Come on, weekend.
Hey, man, we might have to dabble in a bit of midweek, boy. That's the only something you're happy to flag up, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me,
before we get into the show, you know what we like to always do here as we kick things off. Highlight of the weekend, man. I know we'll be struggling. My
Lakers won a tournament, mate. My Lakers won a tournament, bruv. Get in there, mate. Yeah.
What did the Lakers win?
You're a Lakers fan. Okay.
In season tournament thing, innit? They're trying to do their League Cup in the NBA thing and that.
Is that what they're on?
Yeah. I said that. I'm not even lying, bro.
NBA, man. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing, but yeah.
What are we doing?
My Lakers won a trophy, bruv, at least. So.
Hey, what? You're a Lakers fan?
Yeah. Since 2000, bruv, with the Shaq and Kobe thing, cuz.
Wow, I've just learned that today, that you was a Lakers fan all this time.
I missed the Jordan era, so it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bruv, it's purple and gold, blood. Get it correct, bruv. C1, bruv. Are you mad?
Yellow.
Yellow, bruv.
It's yellow. What we're doing it.
It's purple and gold.
Oscar's purple.
The kit is yellow. What's this?
It's gold.
It's gold.
Wow.
That's your highlight. Robinho, you got a highlight for the weekend?
Yeah, I actually do. I bought a new suit. It's lovely. It is lovely.
What? There's not many things better in life, isn't it? When you get a fresh new suit.
Got fresh. It's getting debuted on Friday. Pictures pending. So yeah.
The pictures are pending, John. Shayon, what's your highlight of the weekend, man?
You know what? My brain is frazzled. I don't know. I don't have one. I can't lie.
It's been hard to think of one.
I'll give props to Fulham, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't have a highlight. Let me know. I sound so boring right now. But
why is that your highlight?
Exactly. I don't have one, bro.
Spoiler alert, I think Fulham could sweep up this week's awards. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. They could sweep.
Yeah.
Oscar, come on, give us something, huh? You're grumpy, man. You're bringing down the stream.
What do you want from me? My highlight of the week, I had my office Christmas party on Friday. We went bowling.
So did I.
So did I.
Oh. I guess it's Christmas time, guys.
Yeah,
Everyone's there.
Sorry, guys, I'm furious. Sam said that Sharon is stealing my highlight. Big up Sam. He only came here because Fulham won like that. That's the only reason he came. Big up Sam. But yeah, no, that's the only thing I enjoyed this weekend. I'll be real. And a banging carol service as well. Shout out to the carols, damn.
Was answer the question. Is it tailored?
Oh yeah. Sorry, baby. Is it tailored? That's what the streets want to know.
It's slim fit and it looks nice.
Oh,
is nice.
let me
the
just
color,
see,
the
guys.
color, the color is wine red. I've gone for that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you making an appearance on Love and Hip Hop?
man said,
Wow.
"Mr. Steal Your Girl." You know what is
Master
going on?
wine red.
Nah,
Merlot.
yeah, wine red.
Cabernet
Mellow,
Sauvignon.
Melbourne.
That sounds like a Valentine's Day suit, bro.
Hey, it's
Shiraz.
Christmas time. It's Christmas
Yes,
time.
brother.
Pinot Noir. That's crazy.
Now, have you seen?
Nah.
No, listen, guys. Yeah, full on, right? Full. I don't know the word I'm going to use next, but have you seen Robin in the suit? Have
Yeah.
y'all seen?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen?
Where you going with this?
Get on the Instagram. That's what I got to say. Get on the Instagram and have a look at what this man looks like in a suit.
He just said Robin in a suit. Yeah, I'm here for it. Top final sayings. Robin on the dugout. We need to see it.
Hey, Robin on the dugout, you know, at Wembley, man. Yes, man. Oh dear. My highlight of the weekend, people, was the I don't know the Karen from the Luton Kenilworth Road Stadium, right? Who was trying to give tactics to the Luton were having.
Yeah.
She was all giving it.
I remember that.
We were over there, and when he did it, she was like, "Oh, for flip's sake," and sat back down. I was thinking, "Who the hell do you think you are?" I was like, "That Pep Guardiola's mother. What's going on?"
No, she's invested in the game. That's a good fan,
Get
bro.
the-
That's a
get the
good
hell out of
fan.
here. The last thing I need is a fan telling me where I'm throwing the ball. Do you know, I've been in training all week for this game, and now you want to give me a tactic from the throw-in? Get the hell out of here. Yes, bruv.
You know the show's all about the comments. The comments have their highlights.
100%.
They have their highlights too.
100%.
Lola says highlight the little mascot at Spurs.
Where-
Do you know
where
what,
is
yeah?
that? Why she not
Oh, what
joining
the
us?
pumped one?
At first,
Charles
I was like, yeah. But then he started doing too much. All the kids in the background were following him. Like, it was just a bit.
Hey, what? He done a press up and that, didn't he?
I was doing too much. Like the dancing, I was all with it. Then he started going on the floor. I said, what's going on here?
He's ready to play.
Shout out to Zoe Smith. Shout out to Zoe Smith in the dugout.
Endo
with the
says,
mascots.
highlight of my weekend, going Selhurst Park with my nephew to watch Liverpool scumbag a win in that horrible stadium. Honestly, it looks like Church Road.
Don't disrespect Church Road like that.
I gotta be real. Selhurst is a bad stadium.
It's no cap. It's the worst stadium I've ever been to in my life, and very close to
Where?
that. It's by far the worst.
The worst.
Country Mile. The only thing that like okay, it's 20th in the league. Yeah,
What, is it
It's
worse?
relegation zone.
Is it worse than Bournemouth? Vitality Road.
I haven't been.
Yeah, you
I haven't
been to
been.
Vitality?
I
Oh, have you not?
haven't been. So
Oh, I
I
thought you went.
can't comment on Bournemouth. But what's 19th? So 20th in the league is Selhurst Park. 19th, however, for sheer experience, fan experience, whatever else, London Stadium, you are 19th in the league.
But
I
it
want to
can't
be 20th.
London
wanna
Stadium
be
can't
20th.
be. London Stadium is actually a decent stadium. It's just bad for football. I don't think it can be that low.
No, it can be because
No, it's a modern stadium, Olympics.
Yeah, it's a modern stadium.
wait,
like it's actually.
Bro,
No,
it's an
wait.
awful stadium. I'm sorry.
it's an awful stadium.
No, guys.
It's an awful stadium.
Now, I
Guys.
want people to justify that. I'm genuinely perplexed as to why you're
As I
saying
said
that.
to you, bro,
No,
I'm like it's like going to a concert, okay? And then the artist is all the way down the other end on stage. That's
Yeah.
what it's like. It's actually like that. And the fact that so you got the pitch, and then even if you're on the side, imagine you got a seat on the side, like on the halfway line. Do you know how far you are from the pitch, even on the halfway line? It's a disgrace.
I've sat
It's
front
awful
row in the away end at
Me
West Ham,
too.
and I'm
Me
a
too.
mile away from the game. Like,
Bro,
you're so far from
I'm
the
telling you
game.
now. I don't think you understand, guys.
But Peter,
Only if we're gonna win the league, I am never going to that stadium again. Never.
Peter, I can do you one better. Do you know the worst stadium that I've been to in the Premier League?
Let's hear it.
Molyneux sucks.
Oh,
Molyneux sucks.
what is it? Kind
Right?
of side thing.
The away section is the entire side of the pitch, from one corner flag to the other corner flag. You have the whole side.
That's a disgrace.
You build no atmosphere. And the funny thing is, the gantry camera,
terrible.
guess what? You wouldn't know you're at Molyneux because the gantry camera is obviously of just the away fans. So you imagine going side to side on camera.
Yeah.
But Wolves are away.
When you watch a game on TV at Molyneux, you're not seeing any Wolves fans. You just see the away fans because they're the whole side.
It's a
Wow.
friggin'
The
howler.
whole throw-in side that's on TV is away
Also
fans. It's pathetic.
at Molyneux, all four, all the stadiums are not connected. Like all four stands are not connected, so you can get that wind coming in so easily. So yeah,
That's sickening.
Guys,
You can see
I
outside.
heard that.
just for sheer disgust, yeah. Stamford Bridge, I'm sorry, bro. I was amazed. No. For the stature of your club.
That blew my mind. The first ever visit to Stamford Bridge, it blew my mind how much of a hole it is.
No,
Why are you lying?
No. For the level of club,
of your
for the level
stature.
of club.
No, honestly, honestly.
about
For
it.
real.
It's
No,
home.
no, Oscar.
It's
no,
home.
Oscar,
When you stand in front of the
come
West
on.
Stand, you feel shivers.
No.
Oscar, come on. Oscar, I went to see Chelsea versus Rubin Kazan in the Europa League one year. And you lot had on the upper, was it the west or the east? Wherever the manager's side is, on the upper tier at the top, you lot had like these portable heaters from the roof. It was a shocker.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
The portable heaters keep you warm. What are you talking about?
I mean, come on, what is this? Why have I got portable heaters hanging off the ceiling?
At the Emirates, they have the Emirates that was supposed to make you the next Bayern Munich, yeah? If it rains, the first front four rows get covered in rain.
Hey,
There's
that's your
not even a
business.
roof covering them.
Hey, that's
Listen.
your business. I'm under the roof.
The roof,
I'm under the roof.
the roof. Exactly.
You get covered in rain.
What are you doing in row one?
What are you doing in
I'm not in row one. The times I've been there, I've been watching row one get covered in rain. I'm not in row one. I watched them. They all move 4 rows back.
Listen, rain doesn't come down straight. Rain travels. You know what I'm saying? We get a little diag. It travels. You know what I'm saying?
There's wind in your stadium. I hear that. Also, I was going to say, I'm going to have to add to this. I haven't been inside, but I've driven past it. And I said, no, this stadium's horrible. West Bromwich Albion Stadium.
No, I'm not having that.
Awful.
No. Rubinho, get in the ground. I've been to that ground 3 times. The Hawthorns, not one thing should be said bad about it. And it's got scripture in its stadium. I will not have a bad word said about the Hawthorns. You're bang out of order. You're bang out of order.
Hey, Pete.
I like Hawthorns, man.
Do you remember one stadium we went to? Not last season, the season before. There's one stadium we went to.
Love it though. I love it.
Why do you
love it? Because it's old school. It's proper. It gives you a bit of everything.
You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking City Ground?
Yeah, the City Ground.
City Ground.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. When I entered the City Ground Stadium, I felt like I entered the 90s. I genuinely feel like I thought I was gonna turn the corner and see Pierre Van Hooydonk. I thought it was 1999. Legit. The walls feel old. How do the walls look old? Everything is old in that stadium.
Oh no, that's my favorite kind of stadium. I can't lie.
Remember, we were in the lower tier and the fans above us were jumping, and we thought the roof was gonna come on our heads.
Yeah, the roof was coming down. Let's be clear. The roof was coming down. That roof was bouncing.
Nath, you got my head there.
Pete, you've been there. Ellen Road. Nathan saying Ellen Road.
No, but this is what I'm talking about.
Horrible.
This is proper English football ground. You know what I'm saying? Ellen Road, City Ground, Goodison Park. These are the grounds I love. These are the ones I want to get.
Include Crystal Palace then. Include Crystal Palace.
That's
a good old English. No, because
Palace
you're naming
not the same.
Horrible stadiums.
Palace
sucks. No, yeah, Palace sucks.
Yeah, no. We are all in agreement.
Oscar, he's back in Palace. I'm not. It's 20th.
Oh yeah, now Robin. Palace needs to hold it. I'm sorry.
There's a couple of things that's wrong with Palace.
No,
I'm
saying
inside the away end,
all of them.
No. Inside the away end, there's planks of wood. There are stanchions. There are pillars and poles that are blocking both goals. By the way, you could be that unlucky person who doesn't see either goal. That's a problem. Yeah, and then they've got TVs which are like a minute behind the action. What I told you, WSL, what was it? Was it the League Cup final, the Conti Cup final, Arsenal Chelsea? And I was watching the game. I'm at the ground, but I watched the game on the TV. I'm in the ground.
You're kidding.
I couldn't see it, bro, because the roof above me, the gantry came down so low that all I could see is legs. I'm guessing like, what's that? Sam Kerr? Is that Katie McCabe? What am I guessing for? Then I look at the screen, I look at the TV. McCabe scored a penalty a minute ago, and they're showing on the TV now, live. Nah,
I'll never forget.
Needless to say, you're not impressed, brother. Needless to say, you are not impressed.
Oh, it's a shocker. It's a shocker.
David said, what about Charlton?
Don't ever disrespect the Valley. The Valley is a fantastic ground. Fantastic ground. Been there about.
No. Hey, it gets cold though. It gets cold.
I've been there 2-3 times. The Valley is beautiful. The Valley, the cherries.
The Valley is good for what Charlton are. If Charlton are in the Premier League, they need something.
They're waiting.
No, wait, bro.
They were at one point.
Bro, the Valley. No, the Valley.
I went there, was in the Premier League.
The Valley is too big for League One and the Championship. It's perfect for the Premier League. You don't need all these. You see, like the Bundesliga, they've got 50,000 seater stadiums everywhere. We don't need 50 for everybody. Okay?
Yes, we do.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
Do you know what, guys? I don't think you understand. If I could, bro, I'd go to every single Everton home game just to relive that Goodison Park. Because once they go to the friggin' Bramley Dock, that's it. It's over. There's another West Ham.
I still think that's an L that Everton are actually playing in Liverpool and Liverpool not playing in Liverpool. that makes no sense.
I don't know why they're leaving Goodison. Just redo Goodison.
A couple more chats on stadiums before we move on. And so, speaking of stadiums, I remember the story of Peter offering out a City fan at Wembley. I just could imagine his face doing it. Peter, did you offer someone out?
Yeah, man, they tried it. It was the league. It was the FA Cup semi-final in 2017. And I remember it was after we won. So we come out the ground. I'm bouncing up Wembley way down. Obviously, it's a stinker Wembley because they let home and away fans and whatever else. Yeah. We're all on the podium together. So
Wembley is worse than a lot of Premier League grounds.
Oh, by the way, Wembley is up there with one of the worst grounds as well. That's clear.
Wembley.
You think Wembley sucks?
Wembley sucks.
Wembley sucks.
You know what, Shayon? I'm gonna take you on a tour. Whether it's this season or next season, we're gonna go to some proper hard English grounds, and you will understand. You will understand.
Do you know what? Yeah, guys, I know I'm biased, yeah, but I genuinely think Stamford Bridge ranks high in the Premier League of grounds.
Turn it in.
Even as like PR, David, you know, I've been there as away supporters. You've been in the away stand. You're right next to the pitch. You're right, but you're seeing the whole game. There's no like you've got that atmosphere in there. It's good.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
You're not getting any. It's not like
that's
Wembley
the thing.
London Stadium.
The way I judge stadia is simply this: I need to know how close am I to that pitch, and what is the atmosphere? Because those two things have to come hand in hand. If I see a track, if I see anything, if I see grass and then I see a bit of tarmac, we're having problems here. I need grass to stand. Simple. That's all I need. I can't wait to go to the Bramall Lane because it looks amazing. I want to go down there, get proper in with the Northerners, mate. Get in there. Anyway,
this is one thing. I need to finish it here, but I was gonna say, as much as we've cussed English stadiums in Europe are much worse. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I have been to the quote in the biggest stadiums in Europe. I've been to the San Siro. I've been to the Allianz. I've been to the Parc de France. I've been to the Masalia. And every entrance that you go to, there's no walls. You just go through a gate. Everything is outside. The wind is coming through every single tunnel.
You're outside.
You are outside, cold, without hail.
Someone is outside right now. You need to make another introduction.
Oh, he's returned! Ole, ole. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. The man himself, Ernie Mac. Manchester United fan. Are you coming in to give us your 2 pence on Stadia, or are you just ready to join us into the football chat as we get on top of this weekend?
I'm game, bro. Wherever the chat is.
Hey, what's a good stadium and a terrible stadium you've been to? What's up there with some of the worst?
I've not been to a lot of stadiums. The worst stadium I've been to is Old Trafford.
Oh! I was gonna
wow. Ernest, you know you need to justify that.
No. It's up there. It is up there.
I think we should let the viewers know that he is a Man United fan.
They know. They are well aware. They are well aware of who I know.
Like I've been to Stamford Bridge. I've been to the Emirates. I've been to Old Trafford. I've been to Wembley, and I've been to White Hart Lane, the new White Hart Lane. The Tottenham Stadium is by far the best thing. Second is Wembley.
Right. Beyonce Ball.
Do you know what? Tottenham done it right.
The Tottenham Stadium is It's
by far the best. Number 2 is Wembley.
He says number 2 is Wembley.
Why are there balloons?
Go, Charlie.
He's got the new Mac. You've got the new Mac. We know.
Ernest, do the peace sign. Do peace like that.
Go, Charlie.
Brother.
We know what you got.
Green.
Is this just the iOS thing?
You man.
I think it's an iOS thing still.
You know, it's macOS Sonoma. That's what it is. It's macOS Sonoma. Humble bread.
Hold it there, David.
Okay. No, I'm still on Ventura. I'm still on Ventura, but sorry.
It's macOS Sonoma.
Before we go back to Ernest, Baraka just came to flex on us real quick. He said, best stadium, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, worst stadium, FedEx Field. Hey, FedEx Field looks like it sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
FedEx looks tight. I ain't gonna lie. It looks tight.
The Mercedes Stadium looks so weird, but the fans look so live. I don't know why.
Design,
the design with the round beam.
Nah, it's got the Pentagon feel. It looks like
the round beam. I think is the
beam around it.
Isn't it the SoFi Stadium? That's the SoFi.
Yeah, SoFi's got the round thing.
Kroenke Stadium, bro. Kroenke's, you get me? But yeah, let's start finally.
I'm sorry. The comments.
Are they flying?
Are
they going and going?
Guys, this is a comment show. We're gonna get right into the action, guys. Don't worry. But let me read out some comments first. Murad says, "Good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night when you can either die being a hero or live long enough to become a villain." Shout out to Unai Emery on that one. C1 says, Oscar, what you put in the GC, BBC News are a disgrace. I'm still in disbelief. If you haven't seen what's going on BBC News right now.
It's all kicking off.
I don't want to be the one to tell you.
Off on the BBC.
I don't want to be the one to tell you. David says, big up top 4. Hope everyone is blessed. Assad says, why does the title say shock defeat for Chelsea when we're not statistically the worst team in 2023? Everton were the favourites. We're absolute bin juice. Bin juice. Started saying Poch out.
It started, ladies and gentlemen. It started.
See why they're saying Poch, you're not that guy. Word to David. Mirad is saying Grumpy Dave always attends when there's no 3 points for Arsenal. When we lose, he appears. Hey, is it true? Did you book off work just because Arsenal lost?
Holy smokes. I can't lie. When David showed up in the studio, I was like, "Yo, what?"
I was shocked and surprised, but it was good surprise. It was good surprise. All right, we've got a couple more comments here. I'm trying to avoid all the stadium stuff because we've been done the stadium stuff. Miraj says, "There we have it. AD delusional and Ernest erupts. There are 2 monologues Shakespeare would have been proud of." Yep, don't worry. AD will be here later. To discuss his team being top of the league, but right now we got Ernest. Nath is saying, here Ernest was on a tour there and the ground was sticky and the roof had leaks. He's talking about Old Trafford, I assume.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, she said the stink. Hey, the newsreaders had the stinker blood.
Yeah.
I just saw a comment with my name that just disappeared.
Oh, sorry. Murad says Sharon is moving like those Apple employees when there's a live event in late September, detailing with the update. That's dope. Letting us know what's going on.
And they're giving us names like it's New Japan Wrestling. Man.
Listen, I can't believe David dropped off a scooter and thinks he could just roll back in here. Him and Ernest support each other's teams. I'm convinced. Ernest is a Bruno, whereas David's a Red Devil. Crazy. Right,
unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff. Listen,
let's get right into
it. We were talking Old Trafford. We got to talk about the Cherries, people. We got to do it. Manchester United 0.
I'm thankful Ernest is here. Honestly, I love Ernest's opinion in everything, but especially Man United. I like Ernest's opinions.
In everything.
Ernest needs to talk.
Before Ernest gets cooking.
That's an elite comment.
It's over.
Hey, I'm done.
I am sure.
I'm done.
You guys are killer. You guys are killer. Let me tell you.
The way David's laughing.
Nah, that is fantastic. That is fantastic.
All right,
Oscar, let's
Bournemouth.
let's go. Robinho, come on. I need to know what episode 14. How many games we played? 15 or 16? Episode 16 of this week in Manchester United. Please give it to us. Please.
You said he used to quench his thirst.
I need to. People, this week on Manchester United, right? We have the old classic saying, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I'm not even going to talk about much of midweek because we're going to save that when we get to Chelsea, because there's a lot of things we need to talk about when we get there. But anyways, on to the weekend. What was I doing? 3 p.m. kickoff, thinking, you know what? Let me go see my boy Annie, get a trim, watch the football while we're at it. 1 minute in, what happened? Playing the ball back, just doing nothing with it. Heads to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw doesn't know what we want to do with it. Lose the ball, pass back 1-0. 2 minutes. It took 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for Bournemouth to score it. Let's go 1-0 down. And the same thing happens again. We create chances. We pass the ball left and right. The guy up top, number 9, is not doing anything with the ball, just trods back. Our left back, Luke Shaw. Boy, that was a horrible game for you. And ultimately, we did nothing for the ball for 90 minutes, except we kept mistakes back again and again. And every time we made a mistake, it looks like Bournemouth opened ourselves out. And for the first time ever, Bournemouth they've scored 3 goals at our club. For the first time ever, we have lost 3-0 to FC Bournemouth, which, if I'm very honest, and it's very shocking that I'm going to say this, I wasn't surprised.
Oh,
I was not surprised. When the game done, I just sat there and I was just like, this is nothing new. Because the reality is they all suck. That's the reality. All the players suck. And it's going, once again, I'm saying this, and I feel like I have to say this another year. Once again, it's going to take another massive clear out and another massive bringing players in before we see anything.
Another clear out.
It's going to take another clear out. And if I'm very honest, I'm like, this week was when I sat there, I said, you know what? Season's done. The season is done.
It was this week?
Yeah. Because I thought we can salvage anything. Like, I'm not even talking Champions League. I don't even know if we're going to finish in Europe. That's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
As in the league, you mean you don't think you'll finish in Europe, in European places?
No, I don't know.
Wow.
I was like, this is bad. That's bad.
Peak.
Even so, you think you're going to finish below the Europa Conference League?
At this rate, if you look at the teams around us, you've got Newcastle, you've got Aston Villa, you've got Tottenham. Behind us, 3 points is West Ham. You can easily say those teams on a decent to good day can finish and actually beat us.
I'll be honest with you, Robin. Yeah, I'm shocked it took you this long.
Fair enough.
I feel like Robin hangs on right till the end, though. I think it's one of those ones where it's a little bit like, all right, it's obviously not mathematically impossible, but I feel like that's where Robin normally goes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like you kind of hang on. Hey,
Robin's a top red.
He's a top. he's a top red. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're looking ahead to the week, and obviously you've got your Munich and Liverpool.
Listen, I don't care what happens midweek, if I'm very honest. Like, we could either finish 3 places, first, second, third, or fourth, and they're all laughable. So that's why I'm like,
can you finish top?
No.
Oh, I think you said first.
I think he's second, third, and fourth. Yeah,
right. Second, third, and fourth. So I really don't care. I actually just want to skip this week, get to the weekend, and just see what happens against Liverpool, because either way, they're going to beat us at the way we're playing, because it looks like we have no plan. Our players are either lazy or horrible. Again, if you look at the midfield, Scott McTominay, very clinical at assisting Bournemouth throughout the whole 90 minutes. Every ball was given away in the midfield. By who? By him. Our striker in the first half was non-existent. And every time Dalot got the ball, he either turns around and passes it back. Same thing with Luke Shaw. It was just like, what is going on here? And we now have, today, Anthony Martial is no longer re-signing, which I said, thank God for that. That he's actually gone in the summer. That's made official. So I was like, yes.
I wanted that new deal, bro. I wanted that bumper 5-year contract, man. Flip's sake.
And again, it's just every morning there's something new in Crisis Manchester. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of getting angry on this podcast, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna report it as it is and just go that forward, because there is nothing bar a possible FA Cup run where I think is something salvageable, but the team needs guttering completely.
So can I ask? Sorry to cut you off. I want to ask. So what is, because I don't think I personally have an opinion or a thought on it. What is the problem with Man United? What is the problem?
You asked this question. You asked this question last week. You asked this question last week. I'm not getting it. If we had all day, that's how it's going to take. And that's going to do part one, by the way. It is going to take a very, very long time to explain the problems at Manchester United.
Man. Bullet point.
So the real question you should be asking me is, what is good at Manchester United right now? That is the real question you should be asking me. What is good at Manchester United?
The only good thing about Man United at the moment is the business side of it. The football side has been neglected for almost 10 years. Since Fergie and David Gill has gone, the footballing side of Man United is in the bin.
Dave, I question the business of late. I mean, look at the signings.
No. Dave's talking about like the commercial side of
commercial side.
I mean, again,
football that one's on pitch. Football recruitment is footballing operations, which has been neglected for years. As I said, you lot are trying to build on top of trash, innit? The trash needs to go. I said this. The trash needs to complete. Ragnick said complete heart surgery.
Yeah, seeing like Martial start on the weekend, seeing
Maguire.
the Maguires of the world, the Lindelofs have been having games.
I'll tell you this. Wow. I'll tell you this. Maguire was the only, and that's very shocking. Maguire was the only good player on the weekend.
I don't disagree. For United,
only good one.
Well, see,
but like seeing Dalot, you're seeing people like, what's going on here?
Oh, Sean, it is so much bigger than the players, but the players are also the problem. It's not
I get
one
that
problem.
But when people say, "Oh, when
I don't think you get it
starting," when that player's starting, it's not the players.
I don't think you get it, Sharon. I personally don't think you get it.
What am I not getting?
Everything that you think is a problem, and that's why I'm going to say that. That's the best way I can describe it to you.
When will it stop? that's what United fans are asking. When will this stop?
I think the problems at United take a real big, like, you know back in the day when there was no like antiseptic and like there was no anesthesia. You get a man who's got his foot injured in a war, and you need to cut the foot off. Like, we need an amputation. I think Man United need a serious blood spilling, like, quarter the wound, heat the knife again, and go back in. Like it's a serious, deep, open heart surgery in the 18th century. We need to walk with a limp for a while. Because honestly, the problems at United are both very clear to see, but both very mysterious on purpose. So like, we'll do things like we'll give players who are not worth the time of day, the talent, more money than they deserve. Guys, Jadon Sancho didn't win the Bundesliga and is on 346 a week.
Say that again. Sorry, say that again.
Jadon Sancho didn't win the Bundesliga, and he's on £346,000 a week. His teammates, or at least one of them, both of them, Ousmane Dembele and Haaland, have gone on to prove, even if you think Dembele's gone downhill, have gone on to prove that they're at least worth the conversation. They were worth a conversation at one point. Jadon Sancho has not been good for 3 years. End of. There are players like Marcus Rashford who I will be absolutely, first of all, I'll be astonished to see him go, but I'll be ecstatic to see him go. Not because I think Rashford is the problem. I don't think Rashford is one of the players I think he's like, he himself isn't a problem, but he's not a solution.
He's a symptom, isn't it?
He's a symptom of everything that's going on. People were shocked at what was happening against Newcastle. And that's when I realized people don't watch Manchester United. People don't watch Manchester United. And I'm tired, of the poor assessment of football in this country. I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Tell him again, mate.
Rashford fooled all of you last season. He fooled all of you. He has been not tracking back for years. Jose Mourinho's post-match interview after Tottenham beat us 6-1. Jose, why did you find it so easy to cut through and counter-attack against Manchester United? What was your thoughts? Oh, I know the two forwards don't track back. Who were the two forwards? Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford. Do you know when Jose scored the 6-1? Because he got sacked, 2018, 2019? Yeah. Back then, pre-COVID. And people are shocked in 2023 that Rashford doesn't track back. The manager, Erik ten Hag, listen, Peter's a sniffer dog for dead guys. I wanted to give the guy time because ultimately we sacked Oli, and I wanted to say, you know what? Give the guy everything he wants, which we have. We've given him every player he wants. If you're not Dutch, you're from Ajax. But these are giving me a thumbs up emoji. Why does that feel like this? Why can't you do a thumbs up?
When he's serious, you just get a thumbs up.
He's signed. If you're not Dutch, there is an affinity with Holland or Ajax. If it's not Onana, Lissandro, or Anthony, who else that he literally signed from the club, that he signed, transferred from Ajax to the club, or sorry, Onana wasn't from there. It was players that were at Ajax before, like Eriksen. Do you know what I mean? There is a connection to Holland. Now, I felt like he's been given everything he wants. He spent 410 million in a year and a half. And AFC Bournemouth showed me that there isn't 400 million on the bench, on the pitch anyway. Do you know what I mean? Our main number nine that he signed is a wrestler. He's not a finisher, at least in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean?
70 million
Oscar,
quid.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you the guy's not going to improve, but Mason Greenwood was a teenager when he started playing for us, and I saw more talent from him. So we can talk about, he's not getting the supply, but I saw 2 chances against Luton Town at Old Trafford. Was really good. So listen, for me, Peter said No, Adrian, you see the Glazer.
Adrian, it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped.
The Glazer chat hasn't. What people need to understand is that the Glazer chat hasn't stopped. The problem is that Ecclesiastes said that there's a time for everything. There's a time. There's a time to talk about. There's a time to talk about. What's I start saying? You have 9 wins and only 6 points of City, and you're angry, brother. You don't know what true pain is. Chelsea have 9 wins. Or you guys won the Champions League 2 years ago. I ain't seen the Champions League final since 10 years ago.
Come on.
Yeah, hey, humble yourself, bro.
Let's not make this a mid-off. Let's not do that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So for me, I feel like there's a time for the Glazer chat, and there will always be time for that. But ultimately, Erik ten Hag has been backed. He cannot argue that. Any man, listen. I tweeted one time that there's a list of crimes that Erik ten Hag has made, but I think the one that is supreme is that he talks about control. If you listen to his press conference, he talks about control. When we go to Galatasaray, or was it Galatasaray? And the fans start making noise, that's when we want to start controlling the game. Cool. Any manager who consistently picks Scott McTominay and talks about control needs to be sacked.
Control.
If you watch, like, listen, apart from Shehu, everyone in this what's it called, panel knows Diallo, my colleague Diallo, friend to the show, supports us as much as he can. It took him Saturday to be convinced that I'm not bullying Scott McTominay. It took him Saturday to understand. No, he's not good. No, he's not good at footballing activities.
Oh my God!
So I want to let you finish, but I want to say something. But see, this is what I don't get, because it sounds like you're, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying Ten Hag is not a good manager. Is that what you're saying? Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But let's say I was saying that, and what?
Okay. Let's say that you are saying that. Didn't he do bits at Ajax?
No, he didn't.
So this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say to you, Shane. Yeah, I respect any manager that wins their league.
Yeah,
I respect any manager that wins their league. Mm-hmm. But a wise man once said, there are levels to this ish. There are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as men specifically, we believe in hierarchy. There's man that we rate, and there's man we don't.
Okay.
Erik ten Hag, for me, was someone that people put on the same pedestal as Poch. I wouldn't disagree. Do you know what I mean? I think Poch could win the league in Holland. But ultimately, when push came to shove, Lucas Moura came off the bench and scored 3 past you. What's going on? So for me, from then, it tells me, and for me, the guy who answered the question for me about Ten Hag was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Go watch the interview with Piers Morgan if you ain't watched it.
I've seen bits. Brilliant
interview.
Yeah.
I love Zlatan. Like the way people talk about Ronaldo, Zlatan's my guy, because that's a man's man.
It's a man's man. This is
man's man. He said, the Piers Morgan was trying to get some gossip. Zlatan was like, bruv, circle. Like when it comes to United, let's be honest. The guy has managed kids at Ajax. When he's come to United, he's dealing with men. Bruno Fernandes is not an Ajax don. He's not Tadic, respectfully. As much as I think Tadic is a better footballer, Bruno Fernandes can chat to Tadic. Do you know what I mean? You can't bring Sebastian Haller to Cristiano Ronaldo. You can't. You can't bring Matthias de Ligt to Rafael Varane. These are big dogs. And so for me, like, you have to adjust the way you deal with your man management. And I think his downfall is ultimately his man management, his poor recruitment, and his lack of tactical flexibility. Those are the 3 things that Erik ten Hag will go to jail for. Those 3 things alone. So listen, I've never said Ten Hag out, because to me, he has spent the last 6 months tying the noose around his own neck. I'm not going to tell you sack the manager. I'm just saying you ain't helping yourself, bro. You've gone to AFC Bournemouth at Old Trafford, and there is no sign of, let's change the game. The Wolverhampton game, I think I came to the podcast the week before the game, and I said to the man them, guys, I have more questions than answers. Why is that? This is post preseason. Man were telling me waxing lyrical, jizzing over Man United beating Arsenal in preseason. People were talking nonsense. People were talking absolute nonsense to me about we beat Arsenal in preseason. Therefore, we're levels. We're not levels. We're not. And then what's it called? You fast forward. You go to Wolverhampton. The guy played Casemiro as a lone 6. And then he played Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount as 2-8s. Where is the control? No, I don't understand. What's going on here? And do you know what? Do you know why I get angry soon? Do you know the ultimate reason I get angry? Is because I'm not an expert, bro. The last time I coached basketball, and I was in year 10 coaching year 8s. I'm not an expert. Peter, Oscar, Adrian know way more football than me. They know way more football than me.
Steady.
I will never in my life claim to have watched football pre-1998. I will never claim that. But brother, if I can see this from Cricklewood, what's really good? No, I don't understand. Like, guys, Scott McTominay would survive any plague that came to this country. He is a terrible football player. He's actually bad. In 60 minutes of football against Sheffield United, he completed 9 passes.
His performance.
There was 4 games ago, Onana had more touches of the ball than him.
He's a midfielder.
Wow. He's a central midfielder who doesn't want the ball. And this is what I don't understand. Like, I don't go around telling people, Ten Hag came and promised us Ajax football. I don't remember him saying that. But brother, you're still Dutch. I have to have some level of expectation that you're gonna know a lot more about ball retention than the rest of us. I have seen nothing from this brother. And we're going to get piped twice this week. I'm not going to be watching any of those games. I'm going to be watching Netflix. I just got my Netflix back. I am not watching any football.
Were you watching on Netflix?
Say that again?
Were you watching on Netflix?
I watched that film the other day. Something about leave the earth behind.
Is that a Julia Roberts thing?
Dead film. It's not dead. It's just the end was terrible. But
Calciopoli, go watch Calciopoli. That's
So I want to ask this as well.
I don't want to take too long and hog the mic though.
Yeah, okay. This is the little thing. Yeah. So have you liked any Manchester United manager post Fergie?
Louis van Gaal.
Just Louis van Gaal post Fergie. No one else.
There were parts of each manager's reign that I liked.
Okay.
Outside of Moyes, there was a parts of each manager's reign that I liked. It wasn't even always rosy with Van Gaal, but you know one thing I was guaranteed, like
control. The ball.
Bro, first of all, we were organized.
That was the one thing that we had, the ball.
Like what
we didn't shoot, but
what we did was we were organized.
Yeah.
And when we went to Anfield away 2 years in a row, we moved to them. We went to City's. We went to was it City or did we beat them at Old Trafford? One of them. We beat City. We beat Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, we were beating these guys with Paddy McNair. This is why I'm angry because Van Gaal had to deal with worse.
Yeah, and got more.
Van Gaal had to deal with worse, brother. We had Paddy McNair and Tyler Blackett. We had Timothy Fosu-Mensah.
Borthwick Jackson.
Borthwick Jackson. I saw Borthwick Jackson at Stamford Bridge putting on a better shift than I've ever seen from Luke Shaw.
Trust.
Borthwick Jackson plays, I think, in Championship or Vanarama. One of them.
Paddy McNair had the game of his life at the Emirates one year. Unreal.
Yeah.
Friggin' unreal.
So ultimately, it's come to that time of the year where we all pretend like we didn't watch Man United. And I'm talking specifically about pundits. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna close with this. I think we really need to have a podcast specifically about the way football is assessed by punditry in this country. I really think we need to have a conversation about that, because the critique that Rashford got for that Newcastle game was demonic. Because guys, give me 5 pundits you respect who have ever named and shamed Scott McTominay post-match. Don't worry, I'll wait.
No,
Rashford, if it wasn't for Rashford, we're not in the top 4 this year. I want him out, I want him gone. But give man their flowers when it's due. Men are telling me, I had an argument with I don't want to cuss man on live stream, yeah. This guy was telling me that he doesn't watch Man United, and he's telling me Scott McTominay is on form. I said, brother, he scored 6 goals this season, and they were all spaced apart. Where's the form? What are you talking about here? He's on form. I said, you said, oh, but for what he does, he's on form. I said, why are we redefining form? He scored 6 goals, and each of them was spaced apart. 2 against Brentford, 2 against Chelsea, and 1 against someone else. I've forgotten. And those, I think he gave us 5-6 points. And I'm telling him, hold on. So the difference between Scott McTominay's goals and if he hadn't scored was we would be probably 10th by now. What a difference maker he is.
What a difference.
They're like, come on. So for me, the way we assess football in this country needs to be changed. Because men are telling me, because a guy scores goals, he's playing well. That rhetoric needs to stop. That's what they did to Jude Bellingham. And I want to know if man are still going to say that if he stops scoring. Not to say that he's not playing well, but it's like, no. They said, this like I tell you all the time on the pod. Oh, Gundogan had a good season. No, he had a good 3 months. He was scoring clutch goals, and you lot don't watch football, you watch Match of the Day. Match of the Day is one of the biggest hindrances to intelligence in this country. Real talk. Match of the Day is 10 minutes of your best bits. Pause. Do you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
And ultimately, people are judging you off of 10-minute highlights. Let's stop, man. But yeah,
80 minutes is missing.
80 minutes of your performance is missing.
It's missing.
It's like people are coming to the shop today telling me Villa played well. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Nah, Oscar, do you know what?
We'll get there.
Just to give you a match, obviously we'd like to talk about Monday Night Football, so there's a live game on right now. Currently watching at the Unipol Domas Stadium. It's Cagliari 0, Sassuolo 1. Just thought I wanted to give you an update. It's good to see Cagliari.
Is there no football tonight?
There's no
Premier League.
No, there's no Premier League. So Serie A is all I am.
It usually is before Champions League, no?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But I think because we had the midweek last week, they were like, look,
and there's
who would play Monday night?
There's a Friday game this week as well.
Got you.
Fair enough. There you go.
Got you.
But yeah, good to see Claudio Ranieri in the Cagliari bench dugout.
Is it?
To conclude this week, listen. This club will make you
guys.
think
Robin, hold on. Frank de Boer has been sacked by UAE side. Is it Jazeera after 13 games? I just want to throw it out there. Another Dutch manager that got sacked.
Yeah,
that ain't it. Chief,
another Dutch manager that won the league with Ajax as well, didn't he? Came to the Premier League.
Robin, carry on.
No, I'm saying that this club, man. I told you, like this club. I hate it. I hate this club from the bottom of my heart.
I hear that, man.
But I love it. I hate it because I love it. If that makes sense.
I love it.
It is one of those ones where it's like, I shouldn't see you like this, and I want to help you, but bro, you don't help yourself.
I want us to finish 12th.
I'm not gonna lie. And we need to go to the bottom and then rise again.
Because we're trying to cheat the game, Robin. We're trying to cheat life. We're trying to make a goal happen in 3 passes instead of 15. And one thing I know about the game, can't cheat the game.
You can't.
Cannot cheat the game.
You can't. And then
that concludes this week. That concludes this week in Manchester United.
Sir Jim Radcliffe is going to come in with his 25% and somehow manage the football side. I said something. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
I'm sure he's committed some sort of crime
somewhere.
Because he owns Nice.
Just take a look.
He owns Nice, and Nice are doing good at the moment in Liga. Yeah. But I think they're second. I think they're second. So I don't know what's going on. So yeah,
in a league in a country where we've had about 4 different winners in the last 10 years, Nice has not been one of them. And
no. I hear that. But I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Because I was like, okay, let me see what team's let me see what team's doing. Because obviously it's going to be PSG. And then some random person will come in. I was like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess last season was long. I have no more comments on this team this week.
Right. Let's move the game on. Let's move on to the next game because it goes from bad to worse. Chelsea went down to
Stone Cold Sean Dyche.
Stone Cold Sean Dyche. Everton. Never shine.
Also, I can actually sing this week. I can sing this week.
Spirit of the blue.
Chelsea get battered everywhere they go. Chelsea get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere.
Fabinho's just taking down a can of Stella, bro, and he said, "Yeah, now we are here." Boy. Chelsea. Chelsea. Oscar, talk to us, man. Man, go to Goodison Park here and hold it, man.
Everton official this week out of relegation zone.
Oh, fantastic job.
Big up Everton. Big up Everton.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Lucky said absolutely poor performance.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Okay, it's time. First things first, yeah. You know when it comes to United, innit? Sometimes we talk manager, sometimes we talk Glazers, sometimes we talk both. Today I have to do both, yeah, because I have to give you macro and I have to give you micro. Okay, I just want to let you know.
Macros of Chelsea's. There you go, a new segment, people.
I have to give you macro and I have to give you micro. I just want to let you know, guys, that Todd Bowley and the Clear Lake Group took over Chelsea in May 2022. Yeah, I think it was even April. I don't know. I could have got it wrong, but it was 2022. Can I let you know what happened that season? Chelsea got to the final of the League Cup, the final of the FA Cup, finished third in the league, and were in the Champions League quarterfinal, only knocked out in extra time by Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Okay? We were in good stead, right? As much as I was unhappy that we weren't winning the league, we were a good team fighting on all fronts, yeah? On every single front there is to fight, Chelsea Football Club was there. How ownership has come in, spent, Adrian said $1 billion, over $1 billion, and we are one of the worst teams in the Premier League. Guys, have you ever seen an ownership take over and fail so quickly? Have you guys? Have we ever seen this?
I want to say yes that I have.
Where?
Okay, let me.
Who spent $1 billion? It's never happened.
Not $1 billion, but I swear when Cardiff came up and they became Reds instead of Blues,
they didn't spend $1 billion on players.
what about QPR?
Cardiff and QPR didn't even touch 100 million. I'm talking $1 billion.
How many figures that is? Do you know how many figures that is?
Yeah, get a pen, get a paper, write $1 billion. All zeros, write $1 billion.
Man, I think it's 100 million. It's not 100 million people. Add another zero to that one. 1,000 million.
No, guys.
$1 billion is 1,000 millions.
Okay. I'm gonna
see that, bro. It's 1,000 million.
I'm gonna, because I could be here for a long time. I'm gonna skip over last season. All right. I'm gonna skip over the sacking of Tuchel. I'm gonna skip over appointing Potter and then sacking him. Skipping over hiring Frank Lampard again. I'm skipping over all of that. This summer, ladies and gentlemen, how many players did Chelsea get rid of this summer?
That's actually a good point. You got rid of just a whole
basket
load, man.
There was laundry.
And the second question: how many players did Chelsea buy this summer? We got Reggie. This is a lot of zeros.
It's a lot.
How many? So
give us the numbers. Give us the figures, brother. Give us the figures.
I don't have the figures. I don't have time to count.
I thought you had it. I thought you had it ready.
No, I don't have it ready. I'm just riffing.
Yeah.
I'm going off the top of my head. I'm just riffing. Right. I can pull it up while I'm talking, but generally, my point is to say this: Chelsea Football Club, the owners that have come into this club have done things that we've never seen before. They've tried to run a football club in a way that has never been done. Every single new signing that we've made in the past year or so, they've given 7-8 year contracts to. It's unheard of. We've never seen anything like this. Yeah, they've bought every player they've bought has been under the age of 25 in the last 2 years. We've never seen anything like this. And that brings me on to another point. Every player is under 25. So you know what happens when it's time to hire a new captain? Instead of giving it to the most experienced player in your squad, instead of giving it to the veteran who plays every single week, you decided to not give it to Thiago Silva and give it to Reece James. Guys,
I have a comment on Reece James, just very quickly.
Talk about Reece James.
Reece James. No, I just wanted to highlight this. A person said, for the first time ever in football, we have a player that works from home. I died. I said, wait, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You talk to me about Reece James, because
Oscar, can I just say
we've had a massive debate on the last month on the Top 4 podcast, and I don't have anything to say on this matter. It's between you and Adrian, so I need to know where you're at. I know Adrian's at. I need to know where you're at.
Where I'm at is where I've always been with the debate. The debate started with this, all right? After Chelsea played Manchester City, I threw a comment into the GC and I said, if Reece James was fit, we wouldn't entertain any conversations about other right backs. But guess what? My comments are irrelevant because Reece James ain't fit. The first caveat I made in that statement, I'm so glad I made that caveat because I would have looked really stupid if I didn't. But the facts are the facts. The guy cannot stay fit. He played 45 minutes at Old Trafford and was absolutely shocking. He came off at 26 minutes. Did you see the memes they were putting on Twitter? They put a picture of John Terry's final game when he came off in the 26 minutes and said that's Reece James. What? Reece James. Oh my goodness!
I've got the figures if you want in terms of departures and arrivals. Chelsea got rid of 17 players in this window, and they signed 12 players.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw those
deficit, in terms of income. They raked in euros. They raked in, whatever you want to call it, 269 million euro. But what they spent was 467 million euro, which means they spent nearly 200 million plus in terms of if nothing changed. It'll be 200 million they spent this summer.
So I said that to say Chelsea are a mess, and I get when Adrian's throwing in 1 billion. Yeah, you lot are trash. You lot are terrible. But I said that as a caveat for the man I'm about to slew next. Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino has walked in to a pile of garbage. Yeah. He's walked in to a squad full of players he did not buy, he did not pick, he did not want. He saw players walk out the door that he didn't want to leave. Okay. So he's come into an absolute mess and a pile of crap. But he saw that pile of crap and said, I'm taking my paycheck. So if you take your paycheck and you work week to week, I'm going to critique your work, Mr. Pochettino. Right? Now, Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, you lot know me, yeah? You lot know me. I'm a match-going fan, yeah? I like going to the games. I haven't been to the bridge in a minute. Yeah, I haven't been to the bridge in a minute. My Chelsea fans, my Chelsea friends are messaging me like, yo, Oscar, when am I seeing you at the bridge? I said, you're not seeing me till 2024.
You didn't go Goodison?
I didn't go to Goodison.
And
thank the Lord I didn't go to Goodison. People ask me if I went to Old Trafford. Thank the Lord I didn't go to Old Trafford. I need to pray. I need to give more offering to thank God for that. Because if I made those trips, ladies and gentlemen, and I spent money on going to Goodison Park to watch that performance, guys, we went to.
Do you even know how long that trip is to Old Trafford?
Oh, oh yeah. It's Old Trafford, and getting out. No, getting out is the worst part of the day. Leaving Old Trafford is the worst part of the day.
Leaving Old Trafford is the worst part.
Bino, do it from the away end when we got to wait for 60,000 to get out of town, and then it's us.
From the Stratford end, and you have to go all the way around, and then try and get to the tram stop when everyone and their mother.
Why, bro?
In prams, they've now opened another tram stop. And
no, Robin,
it's a little bit better.
How long it took us to leave Old Trafford the day we went.
Ask the real question.
Champions League game.
But this is the thing. The real question that's not being asked. A stadium that has 76,000 people. They leave the stadium and their source of transport is a train on the road. You're taking the piss. You're taking the piss.
Okay.
Sorry, Oscar.
No, because I'm glad we're here because we're at Old Trafford and this is the place I wanted to be. And this is the place I wanted to.
You lot were a pathetic disgrace at Old Trafford. Let's just have it right. Kill him, Oscar. Kill him.
I could not believe how bad Chelsea were. I could not believe it.
I was beside myself.
Guys, we've been bad this season. We've lost guys. We've lost to Nottingham Forest. We've gone to West Ham and lost. We've lost at home to Aston Villa, home to Brentford. We've lost bad games this season. But going to this Manchester United, I'm sorry, these guys have just spoken to you about the lack of midfield that they have with us facing Scott McTominay, who cannot operate in the midfield, and then Amrabat, who I don't know what he's had one good game in English football before we played them. Like
he had his best game.
He had his best game, and we came here with the most sought after midfielders of 2022. We came with Enzo Fernandez, the young player of the World Cup, and we came with Moises Caicedo, who had Arsenal and Liverpool both putting in bids for him. How on earth can Mauricio Pochettino fashion a side that doesn't know how to control a game in any way or fashion? Now, at the beginning of the season, there was periods of the time where Chelsea could defend and we looked solid defensively, but we just couldn't score. And for that, I don't blame Pochettino because the front line is garbage. Don't let me get onto Nick Jackson, one of the worst strikers I've ever seen play for my club. Mikhailo Mudryk, guys, this guy is a pinball. He can't hold on to the ball. He's absolutely terrible. And then Raheem Sterling, the less said, the better about Raheem Sterling. Yeah, the only attacker I could rate at this club right now is Cole Palmer, and even Cole Palmer, you know, he drops a 7 out of 10. He's not Messi. Do you know what I mean? He can't do it all by himself. So how we've managed to fashion a team that goes to Manchester United allows them to dictate play, them to dominate the ball, and you would think, oh, okay, Chelsea are not good against low blocks. So when you've got opportunities to run at them, take your opportunities. How many times were we with a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-3 and we have an opportunity to counterattack and these guys can give you nothing, absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness me. Mudryk and Jackson were pathetic. I started saying, Mudryk ain't crap though. You can see he needs coaching. Look, I've been a Mudryk defender from January of 2023. We're in December. I've had enough. All right, I've had enough. Don't tell me he needs coaching. Don't tell me he needs coaching because you can get coached on loan, get coached elsewhere. Since when was Chelsea the club you come to and you get coached? I'm sorry, since the days of Jose Mourinho, nobody was ever in this club as a young player and then progressed and got better. I think the only one is Hazard. I think he's the only player. Every other, and even when Hazard came, he was elite. I'm sorry. Hazard came to this club as an elite player. Yeah, there's no young players that are growing up under the fold at Chelsea and making it to the big time. It just does not happen. We need to buy ready-made stars. That's who Chelsea Football Club are. That's who we've been, at least. That's who we've been, at least.
That's their name. It's the name.
So when these new owners have come in and they're talking about every player we sign is under 25, cool. You've got yourself Nick Jackson, who has more yellow cards than goals. You've got yourself Mikhailo Mudryk, the same thing. You've got yourself Noni Madueke, the same thing. And you think you're going to play these guys 38 games a season to get you in the top 4. It's ludicrous. It's laughable.
No chance.
So and that's why I had to give you macro and macro, because on one hand, I'm looking at Pochettino like, do something, shake something, make something, please. But then on the other hand, I'm looking at the players at his disposal, and I'm like, these guys ain't ready. They're not ready for the big time.
But you know what, Oscar? I think the question for me has always been, how good are these Chelsea players? Because I think there's an assumption that the money that they got signed for equates how good they are.
100%.
That because Mudryk, because I'm looking at Sar's comment, yeah, Mudryk ain't crap though. Let's be really real. We all saw Mudryk for about 2 or 3 games in the Champions League group stage. So let's not pretend like that the sample size we've seen is good enough to make an accurate assessment of how good the player is. The expectation is that ultimately he's 84 million, so he's got to have something in it. Do you know what I mean?
Dennis, I'm done, because in 3 months I've seen more from Cole Palmer than I've seen from this brother in a year. So I'm done with the give him time. Maybe he can, he needs to play more. No, I'm sorry. You cost in excess of £80 million, and you come into the side and you're average at best. You have a good game every 3 games, and even then, I can't even guarantee you're going to score in that good game. So, what is the point? Like, what is the point? Now, the issue that I have is, when I was talking before, I mentioned the fact that Chelsea have no distinct. Our style of play has vanished, right? What I've seen in the last 2 games, Manchester United and Everton. I came on this podcast last week and I said, Manchester United and Everton, Chelsea should win those games. Will we? Different story, right? Different story. We did not. And you can sit here and tell me about the quality of the players that's hindering Poch from playing well. However, I want to ask you guys, what was the pivot that Areola took to Old Trafford and dominated the midfield with? Tell me.
I want to guess Philip Billing.
Incorrect.
Was it Lewis Cook?
Lewis Cook was one of them.
Okay, it's a good start. And I want to go with Sinistero was on the bench. Let's go with Bournemouth. This is Bournemouth.
You don't know, PR. Stop even trying. You don't know. You don't know that Lewis Cook and Ryan Christie went there and they won 3-0 and they had the ball in the back of the net 5 times. So you can't sit here and tell me, you know what? Enzo is playing too far forward. He's not meant to be a 10. He's meant to be an 8. And Caicedo can't play the lone 6. He's meant to play with a controlling mid. No, I don't want to hear it. Set up a style of play that allows these players to thrive. I'm sorry.
How about coach's coach?
How about it?
How about you actually do your job?
How about it? How about it?
Nah, man.
So you're saying Poch is not coaching? Is that what you're saying?
Coaching. Stop coaching.
Shayun, Oscar, I'm so sorry to cut you. Do you know what's going to happen, Shayun? There's going to come a point in time, a manager's going to come, and we're all going to pretend to be shocked at some of the players actually being good at football. We're going to be shocked. We're going to pretend to be shocked that Enzo won the World Cup. We're going to be shocked that we weren't all coveting for Caicedo. Bro, Arteta was twerking for Caicedo in January this year.
Guys,
what's happening to him?
I didn't lie when I said we signed the 2 most sought-after midfielders in 2022. The 2 most sought-after.
And then he signed Lavia.
No, but see, this is what I don't get. Yeah, this is what I don't get. Things at Chelsea, I'm not comparing how bad they were. Things at Chelsea were bad under Graham Potter. So for them to still be bad under Pochettino, whether it's worse than Potter or not, it shows that it's bigger than the manager.
But there you have the macro. When I said there's macro and there's micro, Pochettino and Potter.
But here's the thing. No, but here's the thing, and here's where the micro comes into it. The fact that Poch has done worse than Potter, farcical. It's a
You think he's done worse?
Of course, they're 12th in the league, Shayon.
Okay.
They're 12th in the league.
If you give Everton their 10 points back,
they're above us.
There's one blue sitting on the top of another
blue. we can break it down. We can break it down.
Yeah, I told Ernie in in the shop, I said, you know what? I don't watch Chelsea like that. On Wednesday, I watched and I said, no, I have to look at this guy and said he cost Chelsea 100 million and he's playing like this.
Thank you, Asad. Thank you, Asad.
Yeah,
thank you.
And Enzo Fernandez, I had to buy a watch on him because there was nothing that he was showing that he cost 100 million. And even then, I'm not sure.
This is the thing, though. But this is the thing, bro.
like, yeah.
It's, you see, and here's the problem I have with your jeweler, right? Because the thing is, when it comes to your watches, no, here's the thing, on a real. When it comes to the watches, and you see, you go to a Chelsea, you say, yo, there's some people.
Peter got that little machine thing to check
that machine thing.
If your diamonds is
the diamonds are there.
No. What I'm saying is, you can't purchase from a crap show. You know what word I was trying to say. You cannot start purchasing things when I can't go into the hay, yeah, where horses have been dropping it like it's hot, at North London Derby, and then I pick out a watch in the middle of it and say, "Oh, I got my watch on this guy."
I was told he was grade A. He was grade A.
Who was grade A?
He was grade A.
Listen,
we were told that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
We were told grade A.
I think the guy can play football. I just think that there's one side which is the macro of the manager, and in the micro, I don't think he's also applying himself as much.
But the truth,
I don't think so.
The truth of the matter is this: at the end of the day, right? Why a manager gets judged is based on the team's performance. Full stop. And the thing is, when you look at, like, if we strip all the results, we take away all the, we start the league all over again, right? And you would say, on paper, where should Chelsea finish? It's not 12th. It's not the bottom half. It's not a top 10 finish. It's not a top 8 finish. They are knocking on that Champions League door with that squad. They're in and about of it, in and around. And don't let the Unai Emerys of Villa, the De Zerbis of Brighton, the Eddie Howes of Newcastle fool you guys. What they are doing is overachieving and doing a tremendous job at their football club.
Wait, what position did you say Chelsea should be?
I said knocking in the top 4, as in having a conversation with the top 4.
But I said this last week. Why were you arguing with me?
No, as in currently, right here.
Did I say this last week?
You did.
Here's the truth of the matter. No, here's the reason why I don't think Chelsea should be doing it. It's because the truth of the matter is this. You know where I stand with your manager. You know where I've stood with that manager for a very long time. I've called that man a bridesmaid. Why? He will never be the wife. He will never be. And he's been at Chelsea where you think, okay, do you know what? There's a good platform to put on the dress and let's see how you stand. But it stinks. He's gone to Goodison Park and got beat. He's gone to Old Trafford, this Man United, and got pumped. He got beat at home to Forest, who I heard was looking to get rid of their manager in the last couple of weeks. Okay? We're talking about, when you look, and this is like even last season, right? Before Poch, Graham Potter was certainly not the man. Every man and his dog knew this, right? Frank Lampard was not going to rescue the situation either. We all knew this. And Tuchel, at least with what you had with Tuchel, yes, you weren't happy. Yes, the results were not exactly great. Yes, there were flaws in his game for sure. But if there was one thing you had a top-class manager at the end of it all. Like, because even in the muck and in the mire, there was a Champions League to talk about. There was cup finals to talk about. There was something of integrity to talk about. There's no integrity since. You know them way there. There's no integrity.
There's been, as I mentioned at the top, there's been no integrity since the owners came in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was under
your owners are a disgrace. And that was under a disgrace. Listen, your owners are a disgrace. They don't know how to run a football club. They got rid of everybody. When they walked through the door, they didn't look at it and be like, how is it run in England? How do you man do it around here?
They didn't.
In West London. They didn't do it. He took everyone out.
It's not even how do you do it in England. How do you do it in football? Like, who is selling 16 players and buying 17 the same summer?
Yeah, exactly.
Who is doing that?
Who is
doing that?
So, yes, that is crazy.
It's a
who is doing that?
Was it Neville that said it's been football manager since they came in? It's been Football Manager.
It's Football Manager, but you know, in Football Manager, where you sign quote unquote wonder kids, and some of them are not wonder.
Yeah.
Some of them are not even wonder.
They're just kids.
They're just kids. They're just kids. They're just kids.
You know, like it's amazing. And the thing is, like, you know, once again, they're the bottom team in West London again. What are they doing there? Behind Brentford and Fulham. What are they doing there?
Of course.
Huh?
Of course we're behind them. Of course.
Yeah, it's a farce, man. It's a farce. It's a farce.
Of course. Tahar said, can we stop talking about Chelsea? I'm actually becoming depressed. Well, here's something to make you more depressed. Pochettino said in a press conference that in the January window, we need to sign 3 players.
Talk about it.
I heard that, and I said, talk about it. We need to talk about this.
And the thing is, when I look at the grand scheme of the situation, he's not like, it's not his fault. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. We signed every player we signed was under 25, guys. Every player. Every player.
That statement alone sums up Chelsea right there, because how dare he ask for 3 players in January, but he's not wrong. That's the worst thing about this.
I started saying Oscar's chatting like he won't be wetting himself when we sign players in January. What do you want me to do? I just want to see my team win.
I want to win.
Everton. It's not like I'm asking us to beat Barcelona. It's Everton.
I was born
no goals.
Yeah.
No goals. No assists.
No point. No point.
No goals, no assists.
Bro wants to make me more depressed. Look, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it the state of play. The guys needed to hear me talk about Chelsea this weekend, and this is what I can give you. This week has been the worst week ever. Guys, remember when I told you I hate football on Amazon Prime? Remember when I told you that?
I remember that. I can't even lie.
Amazon Prime makes me sick.
Why?
Peter, do you remember we sat in the living room, and we watched Chelsea versus Wolves on Amazon Prime? And Pedro Neto scored a last-minute winner. I hate football on Amazon Prime. You don't understand. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Hey, Prime is brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm loving Prime. Give me the Prime all day long.
They've lost the contract. They lost it.
I know. I'm gutted about that. I'm actually gutted about that. Do you know why? Because now we have to go and get, Sky TV or Sky Now.
Sky.
Or we got to get this, we got to get that TNT. These times, at least Amazon gave me a little cheeky. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. I could just stream comfortably on my Amazon.
The thing is, it didn't cost more than your normal Prime subscription.
£10 a month. I got a Premier League game.
Bro, I was at work and I watched Luton versus Arsenal, bro.
Oh.
Hey, clean stream, bro.
Yeah. Elite streaming.
The stream's okay. The only thing I don't like about Amazon Prime, is that the coverage is behind for everyone's watching at different times. Everyone's watching at different times. Bro, I'm on minute 1, man. I'm on minute 4. What?
That's your speed, isn't it? You got to get that dial up. You know
that Declan Rice goal was celebrated in ripple effect. across North London, people were getting that at different times.
Oh my god, that's too funny. That's too funny.
That's the thing I don't like about Prime when it's not my team. When it's my team, we just lose. But anyway, I think that's enough Chelsea for 1 week.
Wow, Chelsea Football Club. I tell you what, guys, we've been holding L's today. Man United L, Chelsea L.
FC.
Unai Emery on my mind.
This was the highlight of my week.
You know what? He wasn't singing it this week, were you?
I just need Arsenal mud. I need Arsenal in the mud.
You know what? You don't get. I sat there and I said, if there's any team that I want to win the Premier League, even if there's another miracle, I need Unai Emery. Because then football wins. Football wins. Oh. That's why I am in this race, Aston Villa. Let's get the Premier League to Birmingham, people. Let's get the Premier.
I'll start off with the jokes. The funniest chant of the day has got to be when Villa, towards the end of the game, they've been doing this recently, and they sing, the Villa fans will sing, "You've seen the Villa now, F off home. You've seen the Villa now, F off home." It is one of the funniest chants I've heard, and I was like,
I bet you. Do you know why they sing it? Because they've won 15 in a row at home.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
I heard it again. I heard them against City.
I was about to say. I was like, have you not heard that chant before, Peter?
I heard. I kid you not. I first heard it against City. I heard them sing it against City, and then obviously,
Bro, we've been singing that since the early 2000s. I was like, where have you been?
Villa. The only
United. You seen United now? F off.
I've never heard.
We've been singing at home.
Listen, if I'm going to listen to the Man United ones, yeah, you know what I'm saying? United. I want the proper ones. You know what I mean? Seeing United and F off home, okay, cool. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You've only come to see the Arsenal. I get it. But hearing Villa do it, Villa of all teams, yeah. Like let's be serious.
Stop being negative.
Robin,
Unai Emery.
He's right. Let's not do that.
Stop being negative.
Let's not do that.
Listen, we could talk about the game. And I know what we're all going to say. But Unai Emery has beaten the Arsenal FC.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Look, the facts are the facts. I'm saying Aston Villa winning 1-0. I mean, 2 great 1-0 results for the Villa. For the Villa this week, but yeah, I'll just quickly before I let the rest of the Gooner fam talk. Frustrating result, man. Very, very frustrating result because a lot of things going into this game was very much like true, right? In the sense of Villa have gone and beat City, right? I know that City, although it didn't feel like it, City didn't really necessarily work Villa hard, but Villa worked so hard. Like they absolutely killed City on Wednesday, whatever it was, right? And so, you know, they come to play Arsenal. We've had a day extra rest from the Luton game. And what did we see at Villa? We saw some tiredness in those players' legs. Emery was making very tactical substitutions. He used all 5 substitutes in very sporadic times. We saw an Aston Villa team who came at the blocks firing, hit us hard at the beginning, and then really from there didn't really threaten us again. Arsenal had chance after chance after chance, and for whatever reason, we did not finish our dinner. Now, refereeing and everything else, I know we can be here all day long. I vowed on this podcast to never talk about a referee again, because at the end of the day, I saw a team go unbeaten for a year, and the referees were just as bent, if not worse, maybe better. I don't know. I don't care. So if you're a better side, guess what? You should win the game. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm frustrated to watch to watch 2 goals get disallowed for us.
I was going to say about Peter. To what extent is that correct, though? Because it's like, as you said, you had 2 arguably legitimate goals ruled out. Like, what more can the team do?
Listen, here's the thing. I looked at my captain, Martin Odegaard, missed 2 sitters in this game. I looked at Eddie Nketiah, missed 1-1. I'll tell you what, because at the end of the day, the scoreline was still 1-0 when that happened. So even if the goals should have stood, yeah, they should have stood. But let me be very clear. We lost the game at Villa Park because we did not finish our dinner. Full stop. Because even after McGinn's goal, Villa didn't really say much. And Emery came very different. Again, the line was higher than ludicrous on a Saturday. And the thing is, we have Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, and we are not beating this offside trap. And we are not sending balls over the top. And we are not clinical going forward. Okay? At the end of the day, we messed up in terms of the final box, in the box.
We need to talk about Saka, you know.
It was frustrating.
No. Annie, is it time? I have to ask that question. Is it time?
Hold up. United fans need to relax with their agenda, yeah. Fans, let me first go.
There's no agenda.
No, let me go. Let me land. Let me land, and then you can bring your source.
Land, pilot David.
Bruv, yeah.
I'll be here.
I said Dowdy Airlines.
Listen. Dowdy Airlines insists on a clinical striker, blood. I'm gonna push on this point, blood. You're not winning leagues. We're not winning the league with Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah. In what world? Guys? You can't have Odegaard missing those sitters. Once again, when the wingers are not winging, it's a problem, bro. And one thing I've noticed,
so the wingers weren't winging. Cool.
They weren't winging, bruv. Yeah, man gets doubled up. We know the tactic, bruv. Why is my fullback not overlapping, blood? What we doing? We're gonna finish this.
we missed Tomiyasu so bad. I mean, apparently since Tomiyasu's injury, right, we've conceded 5 goals or something like that. And he got injured at what game was it? Where did he come off? What game did he come off? It was midway through a game. Was it Luton?
He's injury prone, you know.
Yo, PR, it is, and let me get on to that midweek game. It is totally unacceptable to be conceding 3 at Luton, mate. I'm sorry. David Raya is on a warm orange, blood. That red is coming out soon, blood. Hey, bruv. He's had a bad week.
Sorry to interrupt, David.
Although he had a good game, I think, at Villa.
For the listeners in the chat, you need to understand PR was going crazy in the GC over this game. And
oh, mate.
At the end of the day, I have to ask you, this was a 4-3 filler.
Listen,
and
it was
you went
a 4-3
to war
filler.
with Luton, and you went to war with Luton Town. That's what I just wanted to hear.
100%. And here's the thing, right? You know what it's like. Listen, you have to see me when I watch Arsenal games, guys. I am a mentalist. Okay, I am a maniac. I watch my club. I support them like a fanatic. Okay, and when it was going back and forth with Luton Town, you know what I'm saying? When you score in the 97th minute header at Luton, I don't care where the ground is. I'm going to lose it. Okay, I know fans that have bruises from that celebration in the 97th minute. I've met fans that have got bruises on their body from that goal. So
it's probably because of the ground. It's probably because of the ground.
Oh, mainly because of the ground. Let's be very clear. When people ran forward to the front, nothing was holding them up. Nothing at all. So yeah. Anyway, and Ben, there's a lot to talk about with Arsenal. We can talk about it, but Ben White, I was just like, he should have been much closer on McGinn. McGinn does a pirouette in the penalty area, and he buries it. You think, come on. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like it's a frustrating one. And David says, you know what, you can't win the league with Jesus and Nketiah up front, and it's hard to argue it. I mean, I would argue it, but it's difficult. I ain't got much wall left. Do you know them ones there? There's not a lot left to defend with. Shayon, I mean, was this just a blip on the road? I mean, look, you look at our defeats this season. Newcastle away, we didn't deserve to win that game. Villa away, lost 1-0 again. We lost at Lens. We lost against West Ham United in the Carabao Cup. What do you think, man?
I've been sitting here listening to what you've been saying, and okay. So me personally, and you're personally probably not gonna like this, right? Obviously, I'm not happy with the result. I'll just say that first. However, personally, I'm not mad with the performance because I think that we tried. We just didn't score. Yes, things didn't go against us. Yes, we didn't take all of our chances. But we tried. We put in the shift. If we went to Villa and we just sat back and we didn't do anything, then yes, different story. But I personally think we tried. We just couldn't score. Mixture of different things. Odegaard not taking his chances, not beating the offside trap, the disallowed goals, VAR disallowing goals, whatever. I think we tried personally. So personally, I'm not mad with the performance. I'm not happy with the result, obviously, but I am unhappy with the result. But I just think it was a blip in the road, to use the term that you used.
I think, do you know what? Like, yeah. I'm not mad about Arsenal this season. I'm actually very delighted. I'm glad that we're heading in towards Christmas, right? And we're in the conversation of title race again. That I would have bit your hand off in August to be saying that, right? And so I'm not unhappy as an Arsenal fan watching Arsenal and seeing the landscape of everything, right? Look at the two clubs we've discussed earlier on this pod, where they are in absolute disarray. They're in the mud. They don't know where they're coming out. They don't know where the light at the end of the tunnel is. I'm disappointed in the performance because we had ample opportunities. Villa were there to be carved open. Villa were there to be eaten alive. They were playing high line. We have Saka and Martinelli. We've got players that can kill. They can kill when they go to teams, right? And we did it well last year away from home. But this season away from home, listen, I was loving the 1-0s, yeah? The 1-0s to the Arsenal away from home. At Palace, at Everton, I was loving it. Don't get it twisted. But what I'll say is that when it comes to like, you know, it's not excusable to go to Villa Park and not score a goal with the Villa that we met. You know what I'm saying? We didn't meet the Villa that played Man City. We met a Villa that had finished playing Man City and were famished. These guys were absolutely on the floor. And they were there to be eaten alive. And Luton, by the way, Luton Town, because of the way we like defended, the way the team was, and obviously David Raya made a couple of mistakes, blah, blah, blah. Like, we had to score 4 to get 3 points at Luton.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But let's put a pin in Luton, for example. I mean, for just a second. Against Villa, can you honestly say any of the players didn't put in a shift against Villa?
I'll tell you who didn't put it in a shift. The ones that missed their chances. Odegaard does not get given a shift.
Yes, but
you
can't judge a player's entire 90 minutes based on 1 or 2 chances.
I can. I can.
I don't think that's fair.
Big man.
You judge them.
Hold up. When you're missing contribute to a loss, bruv, what are you talking about, man?
What are we talking about here?
What are we doing here?
Let's be very clear.
You think man traveled 3 hours to watch man lose and you miss chances? No, blood. I'm not mad with
the performance. I mean, there are obviously other contributing factors as well that you probably can't use as an excuse, like, you know, Arteta not on the sideline and VAR and things like that. But
can I ask you, man, a question? You Arsenal fans, Lola said that these games haven't bothered her at all. It's minor stuff, things that we already knew. And if you play this Villa game again, she thinks that Arsenal would win the game. Do you all agree with that last statement?
I agree with that. I'm not mad at the performance. That's the thing. We just didn't score.
But that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, this is what I don't like about the word performance here, because people will associate performance with, let's say, Villa played us the way that they played Man City, right? Where they absolutely batter us, right? And we lose. You'll say that's a poor performance from us, and that's true, right? But because we had all the ball, because we had all the possession, because we were actually the team probably in the most control, and because we had the most chances, when you miss that many chances in a game of football, I am sorry. That's a bad performance for me. Like, I get it. We had the ball. We were in control, blah, blah. But guess what? Villa left the ground with 3 points and a clean sheet. The fact that they got a clean sheet, had it been 1-1, yeah, I'd be like, look, a draw at Villa Park, cool. Pack your bags, let's go on. Next game, right? We'll see you Brighton this weekend. But the fact that we go there and we get beat, like, we can't get beat out there, bro. You can't go and try and win the league and get beat at Villa Park. That's not going to happen. I know City have lost there, right? And I know other teams. I saw Liverpool carve Villa this season. Carve them. And this is Liverpool who have had to come. I think they've won 18 points from losing positions this season. Liverpool. But what did they do to Villa? Slap them up. Unai what? Slap them up. Ollie what? Move, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ollie what?
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when look, a defeat is a defeat, and you know we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. I get all of that, but when we do lose some, we can talk about the reasons why we lost that game, and the reason, you know, it's almost like I'd rather we got battered and be like, you know what, Villa were just simply the better side. We got to just dust ourselves off and go again. It's just that you can see this kind of performance happening, and the funny thing is, usually we didn't create enough chances, bro. We created ample, and to not score, I'm not having it. I'm not having that.
But that's why I'm not mad at the performance, because we created chances. I'm someone that I will be mad if we don't create chances.
Sure.
But obviously you're not going to score.
But talk about the misses, bro. You're not actually getting to the nitty-gritty of it. You're not getting into the real bread and butter here. Look at the chances we missed. It's not just we had bare shots on goal, keeper saved it, the keeper had a worldie, this, that, and the other. Villa defended well, nothing of that sort. Odegaard had about 90 touches for that first one, and he passed it to Martinez. Then I saw him have another one where Kai Havertz does an unbelievable first-time pass with the cross, right? Left foot, swings it to Odegaard. Odegaard kicks it to the corner flag. I've seen Eddie Nketiah going one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and what does he do? I've seen friggin' was it Trossard? I can't remember. Somebody too often. Martinelli's attempt when he went down the left, right, and he lobbed the keeper. What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
Well, this is why I'm saying it's a blip on the road, because what you're saying is
Jesus gets the ball. Jesus gets a ball in the penalty area, unmarked, in the center of the penalty area. How was your touch? The touch stank.
But this is what I'm saying. Everything you're saying is unlike them. It's uncharacteristic of them. So that's what I'm saying. It's a blip on the road.
I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it.
Based on what you know about these individual names that you've just named, it's not like them.
Yeah, I just find it amazing. They all had a bad day at the same time. Finishing, by the way, everything else we did well. Finishing is a concern. We got Brighton, who we haven't beaten at home, I don't think, since Wenger. Okay, so we got Brighton at home this weekend. Okay, Brighton love to collect 3 points over here, or at least a draw. If Brighton will give us chances, we're at home, so I believe we'll win anyway, right? But we go to Anfield next week after that. We go to Anfield in the snow. Listen, Anfield will give us one chance on goal, blood. They'll give us one chance on goal. You've got to put it away. Look at the misses, bro. It's the quality of miss. That's what it is for me. Sorry, David.
No, and I'm with that. I'm not disagreeing with you, but because it's a one-off. It's a one-off. I'm looking at it as a one-off. That's why I don't think it's going to happen again. If it happens again, then my argument will be different. If it happens again, my argument will be different. But this is the first time this season we're saying it, most likely, all right? So, and
the narrative is this, though. Villa are this, Villa are that. They're in the title race this. They've got 15 wins in a row at home. Rare. We were there ready to put man to bed, blood, in a spliff. In the biggest spliff we could have found. Do you know what I'm saying? And yet, look at it. They walked away with a 1-0 win, a clean sheet. That's pissed me off.
Yeah,
that's pissed me off because I like to shut down. Oh, they've turned it back. Sorry, guys. Live in Sardinia. Cagliari come from behind to win 2-1 against Sassuolo. It's bedlam.
You don't even know the person who scored. What's his name?
Let me have a look. I've just seen the aftermath. I've just seen the crowd jumping. I've seen Ranieri's in the stands. He's crying. Oh, it's lovely.
Why are they crying?
Because it's all about passione. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have it with passion.
I was there this year. I was in the bro.
Oh, it's an overhead kick as well.
They scored in the 94th minute and the 99th minute.
Bro, it's elite scenes, Jeff.
This is scenes.
This is scenes of glorious emotion. Who was the player?
You picked a good one. You picked a good one still.
Oh, listen, I know my football, my friend. I'm not a real football man. Interesting. I'm watching Serie A, blood. I'm watching Cagliari versus Sassuolo on the pod. I'm not a real football man.
Peter's watching. Peter is Calcio. Say it right, Peter.
Calcio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pete, can I ask a question?
Yes, bro.
Why is your name today clear and obvious?
Mikel Arteta's comments was fantastic. Now, listen, here's the thing, right? Let me tell you something right now. What is baloney in this life? I hate football so much. Football is so bent. I'm sick to death of it, okay? We've got football clubs that have 115 charges. We've heard nothing. We've got football clubs who have just been, they've overspent money and they've made losses in their accounts. They got a 10-point deduction in the Premier League season that we are playing in, okay? We're in moments like this. Mikel Arteta gets a yellow card, right, and gets banned because it's his third of the season for over-celebrating at Luton at Kenilworth Road. He was basically in the neighbour's garden. Do you know how small that stadium is? And the fact that they said that he had to go sit in the stands. And by the way, you know what? When he called the referee a disgrace, an embarrassment and a disgrace, okay? Because he was absolutely right. He was full on. The referees in this country are a freaking farce, okay? Guess what? Then the FA said we're going to do an investigation on Mikel Arteta. By the way, we still haven't heard the verdict. Do you know when that took place? The 4th of November against Newcastle United away. I was there, okay? I was there at St. James's Park in the freezing cold. I was freezing my bullets off, okay? And the thing is, we still haven't got the charge. Guess when that charge will come? It will be at Anfield, won't it? It will be at Anfield when he will all of a sudden have this ban, even though he got a yellow card at Kenilworth Road. He got a yellow card at Kenilworth Road, right? And he's been banned at Villa. And he was sitting there with our friggin' CEO.
Why are you getting a yellow card at the Kenny?
I'm pissed. How are you getting a yellow card for over celebrating? It's not like he was gesturing at the away end, or like, you know what I'm saying, he was telling them to F off, he was doing a freaking masturbation sign. Nothing. He went and ran to he was trying to run to his players. He was trying to do Jose Mourinho. And when he called him a disgrace, guess what now? So now when they ask him about the refereeing decisions, all he can now say is clear and obvious. You know who else I want to big up? Big up Roy Hodgson, because he called them out as well pre-match against Liverpool. He called out the referee pre-match against Liverpool. Then post-match against Liverpool, he said, the referees knows what I have had to say to them. I'm not going to repeat it on here, but they know exactly how I feel and what I've had to say about them. So now we're going to sensitize our managers, right? We're going to sensitize our managers now, because all Mikel could say, rather than give us the full clip of what we wanted to hear. That's one thing Mikel does very well, especially in an All or Nothing documentary. If there's one thing I love about Mikel, he sounds like a fan at the same time, as well as him being a manager. Because when we lost at Everton in that All or Nothing documentary, away at Everton, he said, I cannot say nothing right now because I will frigging regret it. I haven't got the words for you to say right now. It's too late. He speaks, he gives us his emotions, and I love that. Right, but instead this week he's had to not say a damn word. They're still giving him a post-match interview, even though he sat in the director's box at Villa Park. What do you want him to say? Well, he's got the TV. He's got the freaking TV there. He even
wait. I just deeped it. Every manager has been banned when they've gone to Everton.
It's a friggin' farce. It's a friggin' farce, mate. It's a friggin' farce. So at the end of the day, bruv, yeah, everything you have to say about the refereeing decisions, clear and obvious. That's all he had to say.
One thing I wanted to talk about in this match, I wanted to talk about that VAR decision, about that Havertz.
Get VAR off football. Get rid of it. I'm done with it now. I'm done with it.
Even Gary Lineker said on Match of the Day that he was once an advocate for VAR, but now he hates it. And I
same.
found that very interesting.
I'm the very same as Gary Lineker on that. I was so for VAR, because how can we get it wrong with cameras, with TV? We're still getting it wrong. Get the hell out of here.
I'm a big I just think it's just
you know my stance. Fire every single referee in the Premier League. I've been saying it for.
But that's the thing. But then who runs the VAR? That's the problem. Like, who runs the VAR?
And we can run it. We can run it, and we'll do a much better job.
I don't think we will. You know, it's tough.
I think it'll be more anal now. It'll be more anal now.
Why does VAR work in rugby, in NFL, in basketball, in tennis, but not football?
Two things: because rugby referees are competent and years of experience.
Number one. That's the first answer.
And also the VAR, if you go into rugby, they put it on the screens and they watch it from the screens, and the microphone's out loud. You can hear them, what they're saying, and the decisions, what's going on there. So there's so much things you can learn from rugby from that. But no, even, for example, the automatic offside rule that every other league uses, only the Premier League said no. Why? It's because they said they still want to trust this competency of the referees.
The referees stink in this country.
But even stuff like that, though, that's like, don't get me wrong, the referees are incompetent, the referees are morons. But it's like, let's at least give them the best infrastructure and the best support to make the right decisions. Like, what the? Because
what more do they need? No, Adrian, I'm sorry. What more do they need?
No, for starters, automated offsides. And also, guys, let's not forget where football was 3-4 years ago without VAR. It was hellacious. Like, what we need to do is let's not throw away medicine because the doctors aren't good enough. Let's give them more medicine.
Yes.
Adrian, you're repeating my point. I literally said, and my point is,
no, because obviously,
don't get rid of VAR.
I've got to tell you,
don't get rid of VAR, because VAR is there to fire every single Premier League referee.
Sure, but
good enough.
What humanitarian do you trust? I don't trust a single soul on this planet. Yeah, no one's going to make the decisions right. No one is.
I think Adrian's right. Like, before VAR, it was crazy out here.
It was crazy out here. And don't get me wrong, AD and Robinho, right? Their ideal world is everything I think we all would agree on, right? We all would want that. But I'm not being funny, guys. I'm not being funny. You can't trust a damn soul because they all suck. So if they all suck, what makes you think we're going to get, let's say, ex-footballers, some people have put out, suggested as running it, right? Ex-footballers. So I got to find the right people that don't have any dog in the fight of the game. I got to trust their integrity, right? I got to trust all of that sort of stuff. Then I had this statement about don't get any football people in, get some like lawyers in there, maybe people that are like, they'll look at the rules and they'll go according to the rules. This is the problem we're in. We're in this rule right now. Oh my god, I listened to the Athletic, and it was suggesting Lions to take over.
And PL's got money.
But I also think that their penalties have to be higher.
It's like a tenner a month, isn't it?
Like I think if you do like I think I said it on the pod before, at least in a group chat, post-match interviews for refs as well.
Yes.
I also think they need to be mic'd up.
Yes.
I think after Arteta goes on, after Odegaard goes on, the referee needs to explain big decisions. Because I think the embarrassment
they do. Because Ernest, on the same. No, I'm saying they do. They need to. As in, I'm agreeing with you. They need to do so.
Yeah.
On the same weekend, I saw the penalty at Sellers Park. We'll get onto that game later. A penalty given on Mateta was less than what was Jesus's one at Villa Park. One was given, one was not. Now, if the referee explains themselves, guess what I'm going to do? Punch the TV, because I'm going to hear two different reasonings for the decisions that they made. Okay, and it's going to make me more angry. The reason why I say I don't want VAR anymore, because you know what? When referees were bending us over, bending teams over, guess what? I could live with it. I got bent over, and I have to move on to the next week. I don't now have to continue to see week after week, footage after footage. I've got Premier League tweeting about the Newcastle goal at St. James's Park a week after the game. And I was looking at this, like the WSL, for example. Like the WSL, for example, we Arsenal women were playing yesterday against Chelsea, right? And they don't have VAR in the WSL. And everything that took place, even when I went to West Ham away in the Carabao Cup, no VAR. Guess what? The decisions were contested, and then that was it.
Lauren James is a bit of a.
Don't get me started. I'll lose my job. Don't get me started.
Lauren James.
Don't get me started.
Go for it. Talk to us.
That whole family. I start with the dad. I don't want to get into it. We're not
Nigel done?
Oh my god! He's a massive.
Imagine Nigel like him and Oscar go to the pub together.
His mate, bro. It's Oscar's friggin' mate.
Pierre sounds like he's got a story. To be fair.
Yeah, no. Talk to us.
No, wait. Do you know who has a story? Endo said typical light skin girl. Who hurt your heart, bro?
Wait, what?
Wow.
Who stamped on your heart?
Whoa.
He stood in his heart, you know.
But what I was saying is that Gary Neville's comments on the overlap here, which I think is Gary Neville literally just having a group chat on YouTube. It's not different from Sky Sports. It's not. They just swear a couple times, but that's really it. But flipping, he said he didn't agree, because I think it was only Ian Wright back in what we're saying, that the referees need to be held to more account. And Gary Neville was saying that he thinks that it's almost like a witch hunt. Like, why are we coming for our own? And I think that the culture in the country that doesn't like to hold authority to account is the culture that we have to attack. So I think that the pridefulness
of the country.
I think the start. Why is Oscar laughing?
Endo's comment. He said Oscar got his card declined on a date, but has to talk about heartache.
Flipping hell.
That's crazy. But flipping, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I think that the culture that wants to protect referees is what we have to attack, where they feel like, oh, a referee can cost you 3 points.
But it's okay.
He can wake up one morning and decide he's not going to do his job properly. And if you've been listening to Mike Dean post-retirement, he's just exposing himself. He's exposing the culture of like just the boys club that is the Referees Association. And he's showing that ultimately these men get taken to the championship for one weekend and they're very content with that being the only punishment. That's okay. Do you know what I mean?
That's why he came back and what you call it?
Wolverhampton have been done dirty this season. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're the worst.
They've been done dirty this season a lot. Yeah, bad decisions not going their way. Now my thing is, if you begin by holding them accountable for them to actually explain the decision and let the people asking the questions that managers don't like that. Like they were getting onto Klopp this week about his favorite time of like 12:30. Like those annoying type of questions, I need them to do the same thing with referees, so that it begins the snowball effect of we finally are getting to the point where referees are being exposed for if it's not incompetence, it's incompetence. You know what I mean? Like you guys are not good at your jobs, And at some point in time, we have to hold you to account because you can't bring VAR and scrap it and we go back to what we used to have, which is still more incompetent referees. So the solution for me is going to be incremental. You can't solve it in one go.
Like, bro, but we're still getting it wrong. That's the thing I can't get. And here's stupid me, right? I thought VAR would solve our problems. I thought it would. Yeah, I thought it would cure the corruption and incompetence of refereeing. But we're still here now. In fact, VAR has got us to a level on 2 occasions now where we can't see enough if we can make this decision. What? I'm sorry, what? So there's not enough camera angle to make it a clear and obvious error. There's not enough
like the Newcastle goal against Arsenal.
The Newcastle one.
There was no camera angle at the corner flag.
It's a disgusting situation over there. Then at Villa Park, the Havertz goal, we've seen 3 handballs in that phase of play. 2 from Cash, 1 from Havertz, right? And for some reason, and by the way, what no one's talking about, where was the referee when he made that decision? By the way, and the on-field decision was no goal. The on-field decision was a handball. Do you know where he was? Go back and watch it. Because somebody was blocking his view when that chance took place. When all that melee happened in the penalty area, somebody was in his way and he guessed. And he frigging guessed. But even if we had scored it and he'd given the goal, guess what? VAR would not have been able to even overturn the goal. That's a problem. That's a problem. We shouldn't be in situations where even though I've got camera.
Don't blame the technology. Blame the
I can blame, bro. I can blame both things. Why on earth is it when a defender handballs the ball in the penalty area, we got to see if it was accidental? When an attacker handles the ball in the area, we stop. We stop all cases.
That's the rule issue, and that's a silly rule.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a very silly rule.
Here we are.
That's the human element of it.
And the very fact that there's a human element of it, that's why I will never speak on refereeing again in this football country. I cannot. I cannot.
I mean, to be fair, we spent 30 minutes on it.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's all your freaking fault. That's why. Okay,
it's not my fault. I told you we were going to do it. And you went.
All I want to talk about. No, all I want to talk about.
In fairness to Peter, he's right though.
All I want to do is we lost the game because we did not finish our dinner. That was a pathetic performance.
And you know what? You know what? It's that simple.
Simple.
It's that
Ernest,
simple.
my team didn't lose for 49 games. Jens Lehmann's first 49 games as an Arsenal player, he didn't lose. He didn't lose a game.
What does it mean?
He didn't lose a game. Are you man hearing me? Are you man hearing me?
I can't.
Right? Are you man hearing me? Are you guys hearing me? Bro, listen, bro.
Well, anyway, you got Mac, yeah.
It's not a Mac, it's a freaking iPad.
It's definitely Apple. Come on.
Hey, that iOS is updated.
That's a 24 plate.
Wait,
You know it, bro. You know Alice got that storage.
Oh man.
We love football, man. We love football.
Peter, if it weren't for VAR and Havertz's goal stood, we wouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
Oh, so hang on. Wait there. No, let me arrest him. Let me arrest him right now. The goal that earns me a point at Villa Park was that shaky warrior goal. That's the one we're going with. That's the one we're going to go with. No, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We need to be finishing our plate. It's not that we weren't making chances. We made glorious chances to put Villa in the mud and put them back to 6th where they belong.
Rightfully so.
And now Emi Martinez has come out saying, yeah, when you beat City and Arsenal, you're in the top. Oh, piss off.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said?
Piss off, man.
Oh,
I love him.
Goodness.
I love him.
I swear, I've never seen Peter frustrated like this before. I've never.
Have you ever watched Top
You
Football?
ever watched the episode, mate?
Never.
He's like this all the time. But I've got a question. I've got a question, Peter.
What, man? What?
Huh? Can we talk about the champions elect?
Oh, we're still winning the league. Let's have this right.
What?
Let's have this right. I I can rant about a performance. Definitely. We can. Oscar, you know what you used today? Great new words that we learned this episode. Macro and micro. I'm with you. Micro, we spoke about Villa Park. Macro, the big picture. What really matters? What counts? Guess what? The league is ours. The league is ours.
I think the macro that you haven't factored is the gigantic, the mammoth team that is taking over your spot in the top of the league. The true champions elect, Liverpool Football Club.
The reason. Well, let's move into Liverpool. The reason why I'd say Liverpool, I don't necessarily.
Please don't. I'm never going to move into Liverpool. I'm staying far away from that.
Listen. I recommend never living in Liverpool. Let's be.
And by the way, did you see at Stamford Bridge? Apparently, every time Chelsea was starting like the sign on and things, Everton were putting like food banks on the big screen on the jumbotron.
Yeah, there was some horrific chanting at Goodison, by the way. Those Chelsea fans.
What to combat? To combat the sign on?
Yes, so apparently they're like feed the Scousers, and then they'll apparently put in.
And the thing is, you know what? I can cuss Chelsea, but AD, we're going to Anfield on the 23rd of December. You better believe. Feed the Scousers. Let them know it's Christmas time. Feed the Scousers. Let them know it's Christmas. Oh, it's gonna be.
That's gonna be horrific. I need to say. I'm gonna mute my TV.
Nah. I would go. I would go, but
mute my TV.
He's what?
I don't want to hear that.
Sign on.
Wait. Oh no.
Yeah, they haven't been fantastic. I'm not scared of Liverpool. Liverpool have done very well. Don't get me wrong. Liverpool should be unbeaten this season in terms of like what happened to them at Tottenham, right? And it would look more glorious than it actually is. AD will tell you, right? When you look at some of the they won 18 points from losing positions this season.
Now lost this weekend.
You can.
When Arsenal were doing this, we should have lost business.
I was going to finish. Let me finish. I was going to finish. There are going to be games where you're going to dig it out and you're going to have to show your mettle and show that this is why we're going to be the champions, right? But Liverpool have done it consistent. That's why I said that Liverpool in a group chat. I said Liverpool remind me of last season's Arsenal. It's the fact that it's simply that the fact that they are having it's party, it's a circus over there. It's party time. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting the wins, they're scoring the goals, and they're not conceding that many goals either. I think they conceded, was it 15 goals or something like that, right? They're not conceding many, but look at it, it's been nip and tuck. You know what I'm saying this season, and Liverpool still are gonna find their way. They've still got more gears to go. And what's brilliant is Arsenal, City, and Liverpool are not at their best right now. But look at what they're producing. Those three clubs right now, they're doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I'm just saying, Liverpool are just as much as in the title race as City. And shut up about Villa, freaking Aston Villa. Come on. They got Enzri Konza at the back. I see them bring on. Who did they bring on? I see what's the other done? Who's trying to have a fight? Pau Torres trying to have a frigging fight with frigging Kai Havertz. Havertz will flatten you, you mug. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, man. Leon Bailey. Look at Moussa Diarra. Get the hell out of here with that.
Whoa. Don't do that. You never some quality players there.
After you just took 3.
Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
McGinn.
What? Are we rating Leon Bailey? Oh, I love McGinn. Let's be clear. I love McGinn.
I don't rate Leon Bailey, but
all right then.
I also don't disrespect Diaby. If you Diaby's name in there, don't do that.
Yeah, Diaby's
okay. I saw Sarabia do the most against Spurs for Wolves. I see him do a great assist on this weekend as well for Wolves. I'm not putting him in the elite conversation of being in the top in a title challenging team. Villa's
Wolves are not third.
Yeah, but Villa's team's not good enough. Don't worry about it. It's December. It's not even Christmas. It's not even snowed in this country, and you're talking about Villa.
Pete, do you know what I find so funny about you? Yeah, is that you don't give a team the credit when they're winning. You always have to look at the big picture and say, if they're not going to be there in 3 months, then I'm not going to talk about it. Why can't we just say you beat City and Arsenal? Well done.
Because
back to back. Oh, you're a bandit,
the
man.
Big dogs.
Reggie said Peter's on smoke, but Leon's a bad man slyly.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you won't see him again. You're not going to see him again. You're not going to see him again this season.
Now, I kind of agree on Leon Bailey. They bought Diaby because Diaby's the real deal.
Even then, he's struggling to get starts at Villa at the minute. Do you know what I mean? I was Bailey starting ahead of you. And when he came on, what was he saying?
Diaby's Diaby's had a better season.
Come on.
Diaby's had a better season than a lot of wingers, and this is his first season in the Prem.
No, listen. Salute to Diaby. Don't get me wrong. I'm no disrespect to these players. Please understand. But let's not. I said I was talking about the top 3 teams that are going to challenge for the title, and Robinho stuck his beak out and said, "Don't forget the Villa."
Don't forget the Villa.
Where are they right now?
Emmy Martinez. Look, guys, who have Villa got this weekend?
They're my rearview mirror.
They're away at Brentford. I swear down. If I hear the mention of Aston Villa on Monday, if I hear it,
But absolutely win.
it's only Brentford away, isn't it? Really?
Oh, this guy.
Let's move on. Champions elect. Adrian, Liverpool.
Yo, first things first. I just want to apologize to Crystal Palace Football Club. Obviously, we just had to handle our business. Unfortunately, we're collateral, but the referee screwed you guys. I mean, we spoke about it briefly in the group chat. There's no chance in hell Ayush deserved to get sent off in that game. I'm so sorry. That is it's ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
Oscar, it was a disgrace.
Oscar, you're
a scumbag. You're a scumbag.
No,
There's
sorry,
no
man.
way. There's no way.
No way in hell.
No, there's no way.
Nah,
There's no way.
guys.
He got a yellow card for stopping a free kick take place. And he didn't even hit him. He didn't even hit him. Van Dijk tried to kick it at him and he missed.
Did you see the second foul? Did you see the second foul, Pete?
No. I went to the first one. The second foul's a yellow card. Yeah,
Okay.
the second foul's a yellow
What are we
card.
talking about here?
The first one is what we're talking about here.
Mate.
Oh, nice mate.
At the end of the day, you're on a yellow card.
He only made one foul all game and he got 2 yellow cards and he's off. Come
It's
on,
a freaking
man.
farce. He
Yes,
made one foul.
Come on. Like, have a heart for goodness sake.
He stood in front of the ball.
You don't get booked for that, bruv.
You do. Of course you do. You get booked for that, though.
No, I've never seen the booking. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Oh, come on.
Look, Lola's saying there were worse fouls that didn't get yellows. Look, I can't stand Jordan Ayew, and he gave me every reason to not like him this game because the tackle he made on a yellow card, guys, it was disgraceful.
He
He
was
was
battling.
the ball. He's chasing behind Harvey Elliott, and he brings it down with his feet. It's a foul.
The second one, definitely. No, the second one.
I'll be honest. I hear you, but I feel like referee just got to say, mate, you know what? One more of them and you're off. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like,
it's the first one for me, man. He got so triggered to give that yellow card. Where Van Dijk's tried to watch it again. Van Dijk tries to boot the ball at him, and he missed. And the referee books Ayew. Hang on a minute. Have a word with Van Dijk. Just have a little word and say, "Hey, boys, calm it down, all right? Ayew 10 steps back." So, that's a booking, yeah.
So he's blocking the ball. Referee.
To be fair,
It's not a booking.
Referee's in perfect sight.
Oh, come on, man. He's clearly trying to slow Van Dijk down.
I don't understand what we're complaining about. It's
so
2
many
yellow
times.
cards. It's 2 yellow cards. You're not sitting here saying, "Oh, Liverpool got robbed." They had a penalty given against them. So
I didn't say Liverpool got robbed.
No. I'm just saying. I don't think Ayew
the game's the game, man.
Yeah, the game. Charge it. No, but
Listen, Harvey Elliott won Liverpool that game. He was fantastic when he come on. Talk about it, AD.
100%. And do you know what? I've come to a realization because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, like, don't get me wrong. I told you, man, from the offset. I told you, man, from the offset what it was and what I expected and what will happen and the prophecy will be fulfilled. Liverpool going to finish the story of me. But besides all of that, right? Besides all of that, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute. The front line ain't really clicking. Like what's going on? How are we winning these games? And then it dawned on me, Liverpool have the best in class. That's what it is. We have the most decisive players all over the pitch. Look at the save. Alisson makes. I think it's at 0-0.
It's world class. It's at 1-1, I think. Is it 0-0? It might have been at 1-0 to Palace.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And and again, people will throw all of these metrics and say, "Oh, Liverpool are lucky." He's overperforming his expected goals by 11.59, all of this stuff. But I cast your minds back to 2018. Liverpool lost the Champions League final. Our keeper he threw one into his own net. He let another ball slip through his fingers. And then I'm not being funny. The Gareth Bale bicycle kick, one of the best goals I've ever seen in real time ever in my life, right? Yeah. Keeper's put his hands away. Because his other two howlers are so bad, it almost masks that one. Like that's savable, my bro. Anyways, we was looking at Dolph Ziggler that day. And then Jurgen Klopp said, right. Jurgen Klopp said, right, enough is enough. Let me look at the stats. Let me hone in on the stats. What's the best in class? And he took a punt. He took a gamble on a guy who only had a year of European experience under his belt. Year previous, he was understudy to Wojciech Szczesny, and we stand here 4 or 5 years later, and he's the best in the world at what he does. He wins Liverpool so many points to the point where there's times where Alisson's on a 1-on-1, and I'm thinking to myself, sometimes I get disappointed when he gets beaten because he's so good. It's almost like it's his domain, it's his realm. Whereas no, the striker should be scoring. That's just how damn good he is. And I think I sort of went on a little diatribe about Alisson, but I made that point to say this: Liverpool have got match winners all over that pitch. Best goalkeeper in the league, best centre half in the league. Now, okay, you know what? For argument's sake, he's not a great defender, fine. But you see how Trent can define games from right back. You see how Szoboszlai can get involved. And then, as I said at the start of the season, we've got 5 forwards. You can't have 5 forwards have a bad game on the same night, too many nights. Do you see what I'm saying? So Liverpool in a moment now where we're like, well, hang on a minute, how are Liverpool doing it? We're doing it because we've got quality streaming through our veins, quality all over the pitch. And now we're in a point now where we're very much in a title race, and all we got to do is keep winning. And you know what? You're gonna get these games away at Palace. You're gonna get away at Sheffield United. You're gonna get games where we have to squeak over the line against Fulham. Don't get me wrong, it's not great, and some may say, it's unsustainable, but the fact remains, Liverpool FC, we've got enough quality to get this league over the line. And that's the point I made. And I said, when we pattern that midfield and you get athletic, energetic, technical ballers in there that can do what they need to do the works that need to be done, boom, here we are today, lads, ladies and gentlemen. So from Van Dijk looking robbed a year ago today, now look at him at his immaculate best, 32 post ACL. Talk to me, man. You look saying.
Love that. Love that, AD. Huh? Rep your team, man. That's what we love to see, man. That's what we love to hear. Yeah, because you should have every right to feel the way you do, because Liverpool have been doing, they look like they're getting back to their best. You know what I'm saying? They're still on the way. But yeah, you're bang on about those match winners. They're there from the goalkeeper all the way.
But what I would say though is as much as I sort of banging about match winners, and we are lucky, we are sort of using moments of brilliance. So I would like to see a bit more control, because obviously, if you do want to win the league, you need to control these games. You need to dominate these games.
You need to control the games, and you do need the moments. I just generally thought that with this game in particular, as soon as Palace went down to 10 men, it was like, okay, you can turn the TV on, because Liverpool was just going to turn everything over, and they did. So
it was the most obvious comeback.
Yeah, I was just like, this is very long. So, but it's what champions need to do. They need to get them points wherever they need, even when they're playing bad. They need to get the points done. So, at the end of the day, Liverpool did their job. You can't really say much.
But Robin, on your point though, it is a bit of a worry because we were pretty poor. I don't think we had a shot on goal. You see what I'm saying? So as much as I can say moments of ability and we've got quality beaming through the side, same time, like, you do need to start playing well consistently as well if you want to win this league.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think the goals you scored, especially the last 2 games, they look like, not the last 2, but as in was it the Fulham one and the Palace?
Yeah.
They look like reliefs as opposed to this is what we do. This is why we're here. Like, yes, they were good goals in terms of like, yes, you know, your chest is out and everything else. Whoa. But like, it was one of those ones where when Salah scored, Salah looked like a man who was frigging waiting for that 200th goal. Harvey comes on, obviously, and he changes, he scores a goal and it's like, oh my God, bedlam. right? But it was like one of those where it was right at the death, you know. And at Fulham as well, same thing. It was right at the death because when you're facing were you 3-2 down at Fulham? And so you know that was like more so like, oh my god, we need to rescue something. If we get anything, we'll thank the heavens. Yeah, and more so you want to be just doing what you did to Villa at home, for example, or you know, who else did you beat? Somebody else convincingly at home. Who was it? I forgot.
Villa, Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Brentford.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
But to be fair, I think that's another point. The Liverpool are Jekyll and Hyde. At home, we look like title winners, and then away from home, we slightly look like a bit of pretenders, almost sort of cobbling away. But look, I don't want to talk too much on him because you know he was a bit of an afterthought. But Darwin Núñez, man, we need to start. Now you're slipping back into that territory where you were a year ago. I call it a spade.
Yeah, you got to call it out. Yeah, you do.
Call a spade.
So because even I looked at him and I was like, okay, when is it actually, bro? Like they need you right now.
Yeah.
This team needs you right now.
And the thing is as well, he's gotten away with murder because he by all rights he could have cost us the Fulham game. He cost us the Luton game, if we're being perfectly honest. I think even you know, and again, and the thing is, I don't even think they even count as chances, if I'm being honest, because he doesn't actually get to the end of them. But there's a free kick Trent plays that. Like, he tries, and he sticks a leg out at it, but man,
and it's getting to the point. The numbers are reflecting it now. He's got like some of the most XG in the whole league, and he's nowhere near the top goal scorers. So it's scary settings, man. Scary settings.
Yeah. So and I think Robert,
is it now? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it is now, but we you know, we can't. Let's not be blind.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So. What does need to be addressed is that, Adrian, you did say this guy was the second best striker in the league.
Yeah.
And he's clearly not.
Spurs. No, you're right. Yeah, I apologize.
I feel like the watch thing, you can still it's a very thin straw, but you do have a straw to still hang on to. However, when it comes to that claim that he's one below Haaland and the rest, nah, stop it.
No. To be fair, I did say that there's a couple. I just say there's a couple, man. I can hear.
Listen. My dealer comes through. He comes in clutch.
But I'm gonna be honest as well. This isn't to say Darwin's bad or anything. Nothing of the sort. He's gonna be a top class, world class, elite European level number 9. No doubt in my mind. No doubt whatsoever. But at the same time,
will it be at Liverpool?
Macro.
Nah, bro. Change the title. Change the title of this podcast.
Macro is about big, larger than life situations.
Yeah, this is larger than life.
It's larger than life.
Overall player and moments. That's you know.
Oscar. When I tell you, when I take him out my fantasy team, that's when you'll know. That's when I'm taking out my top.
Where are you in the league? Crazy statements.
I'm close to the top.
Endo says Núñez is not good enough for us to win the title. We need Jota and Salah back. Diaz can't even beat a man anymore. Why go on for Diaz?
I mean, Peter, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I remember. I'll never forget. We watched the Arsenal Liverpool last season. Fair enough. I didn't know the extent to his injury. But what did I tell you then? I said Diaz is he's not that great.
Diaz is what?
I remember. I think it was you and Ernest. I said this Diaz guy, like he's not all that. He's a good player to have in your squad, but
it's you know what it is. He came in and he was like a light on like a house on fire. Yeah. He came in and it was like, where have they plucked this one out from? And he's so good. It was a bit like Jota. Jota when he came to Liverpool it was like a perfect kind of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type of player where when they needed him, he came in clutch all the time. Yeah. All the time. You know, but you know, form is temporary, class is permanent. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see with these players. Can we do the other scores in the weekend before we wrap up? Real quick. Let's go. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Forest 1. You know, a bit of a Forest really should have won this game. I saw the highlights, and from what I saw, it looked like they should have won this game. Sheffield United, what the Blades? Chris Wilder, Sheffield United, 1-0 win.
Yes.
Oh, Like a bucket of war pint, like a real pinch of snuff, like a night out in Sheffield.
It's a good song. It's a good song, man.
Like Sheffield United, come feel me again. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Brighton won, Burnley won. I mean, and Brighton, man, you guys are hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? You're hot and cold, man.
I like that, Peter.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
That's a KPFC. Oh, damn it. Great minds.
I was going to sing the song, and I just didn't want to embarrass myself still. Spurs. Listen, Newcastle United.
Say it with me. Hey, Peter, say it with me. Say it with me.
No,
not that one.
Say
Not
it
that one.
with me.
Go on.
What?
Whose ball is it?
Oh,
With
shut up,
everybody
man.
saying. And yeah.
Newcastle United.
Hey, Robbie, that's sick, you know. You should actually get on the mic one time and say it.
Newcastle United have 15
And
injuries,
ball.
okay? But one thing I will not forgive. They've got 15
How many injuries do Spurs have?
Wait, what? 2? They got 2 big players out. That's all that matters. That's what they got. That's what they got.
Who?
Bentancur and Maddison. That's what they got. That's what they got.
Bentancur didn't even start in their first 11.
Yeah, he does. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? What's the midfield?
So you're just going to conveniently leave out Mikey van der Ven?
Oh, sorry. I forgot about him. Still. Okay, 3 versus Newcastle's 15. I'm so sorry. Okay, Newcastle.
What does the highline do? What does the highlight do?
Newcastle are playing a player that should be in school.
Yeah, for real.
And he's played 4 games in a row, 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They said, them said that Newcastle have gone unchanged 4 games straight. Unchanged. Nah, come on. That's hilarious. But what's it called? I'll never forgive any team.
Yes,
You know,
he said Chelsea could win the next 3 and still be 10th.
That can't be. That's not correct.
That's crazy.
It's not true.
What do you mean? What 9
No,
points?
Bentancur is not starting for Spurs. What are you guys talking about?
Oscar.
Wait.
Wait. I want Oscar to name his midfield 3 at Spurs because I've got to hear this.
Okay, so they have. They've got Sarr, Bissouma, yeah, Sarr, Bissouma, Maddison in the 10, and then you've got your wingers, and then
Oscar, you're not starting Sarr. You're not starting Papis, whatever the other names that he has. Sarr.
He's good. Good though.
Listen, Pete. When Spurs were flying high top of the league, that was the midfield they had.
The midfield 3 before Bentancur was injured at the start of the season. The
exactly,
midfield 3,
top of the league.
The midfield 3 is Bentancur, Bissouma, and Maddison.
You've never seen that before. You've genuinely never seen that midfield before.
I haven't seen it because they're not all been fit at the same time.
Listen,
However,
Bentancur is going to get his run out when Sarr is at AFCON, yeah, and he has to find a way to get in that team.
Ban Matty Cash, man. Screw him. But he took Bentancur out in his comeback game.
Matty is a gooner. Anywho,
Pete.
all I want to say was this for Newcastle. Oliver Skips. Oh,
yeah.
Get out of here.
But Pete, one thing you got to admit, Skip keeps it ticking.
Oh, shut up.
No, he does. Hey, Oscar, he keeps skipping along nicely.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
I heard him. Listen, any team that concedes a brace, a Richarlison brace, we should not be talking about.
Damn.
A brace. No
brace.
Anyway, well done to Spurs.
By the way, is that a point though? Nick Pope is gone.
I'll turn it in.
Oh,
Turn it friggin' in.
No.
Ain't this the same team? Ain't this the same team, yeah?
Peter.
Sorry?
It's a contributing factor.
But they concede 4 at Spurs.
No,
and
no.
wait, let me finish. Let me friggin' finish. They concede 4 at Spurs. And by the way, 3 at Goodison.
Sean, so cold, Sean. Nice.
You are having a friggin' laugh.
That's a hell of a week.
No, I said it's a contributing factor. I'm not saying it's the reason. It contributes to why they're conceding. Nick Pope.
I'll see what contributes. And we've seen Kieran Trippier in the last couple of games.
Yeah, have a look at him.
I'm a right back. What? Anyone can get it. The only person I'm leaving alone is actually Reece James, if I'm being honest with you.
He's suspended now until the 23rd, Trippier.
I don't like seeing people get injured, man. It's sad. I'm being deadly serious, man. Like that's true. Like he's a young guy in his prime, meant to be in the prime of his life, and his body's failing.
But yeah,
man.
Peter. No team photos this week in the tune.
Team photos.
Yeah, after they win, it's the team photo.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who this person is, but someone said Reese is a croc.
No. Unfortunately, he's looking at
Shout out, man. Shout out.
No, he just needs an injury, man.
Trip is showing his age. I said Trip is a harlot. They're calling him Strippier. That's crazy.
Strippier, you know.
He's been holding corn. I ain't gonna lie. He's holding corn lately, boy. What was I gonna say?
Guys, random man. What's the best slander name you've heard? Just
so this week I heard Marcus rash decisions that made me die. What?
He said Magic City. Aaron.
Ukraine Bolt is a good one, actually.
Ukraine Bolt is brilliant.
Ukraine Bolt? Who's that in reference to?
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, who do you think, actually? Yeah.
Oh, what, Mudryk?
Who do you think? Yeah.
Trashford is always good. Trashford is always good. Nah, lack of threat is brilliant.
Lack of threat is some of the best. That's some of the best.
Oh yeah, they called Rashford Meek Mills. No, when they called Rashford MBE Youngboy, that killed me.
What else is there?
I've heard Manchester United with the whole Fergie time stuff.
Oh,
what you call it? Cody Wakpo. That was a brilliant one.
Gakpo and Noodles killed me as well. Gakpo and Noodles. I was dying.
I remember when Mustafi was Muslimic.
Muslimic. Mustafi. Sabozlo.
Arab Lennon is a good one.
Arab Lennon. They called him Ramadan Robin.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Anyway, other games, by the way. Luton Town 1.
Sorry, one more thing. Yeah, on slander. Have you guys seen that video that they put whenever Hoyland plays?
I thought I researched that guy, yeah.
What, the guy that's singing? What the heartbreak singing in the middle of the road?
Why is he singing? He's crying every song.
But he's had a hard life.
That kills me.
He goes hospital once a week.
The guy looks like he had a hard life as well. Flipping hell, man.
Slander name for Tonali, Toenail. Oh my gosh, the other day they said just for Barbie doll. I died.
I remember that was funny too.
Hey, Barbie doll killed me. I ain't gonna lie, he's having a hard lesson. He's learning he's having some growth pains in this league, boy.
He's 21, but it's cool.
Yeah, he's young. No, he's young.
Oh yeah, some Chelsea, it's not even rivals. Chelsea fans call Connor Galadog.
Galadog.
I like it. It's fitting. It's fitting, isn't it?
Because he just runs.
Yeah, he just runs, literally.
He just runs.
Yeah, Shy Havertz has always been a funny one. That's what I can't lie.
Shy Havertz.
Right. Luton Town 1, Manchester City 2. What a right at the death.
Fartinelli.
Sack of potatoes. Oh god.
That's a new one. Sack of potatoes.
Sack of potatoes, yeah. Luton Town right at the end losing it against Manchester City 2-1. Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva with the goals for Manchester City.
Sick finish.
It was a great finish. It was a superb finish, it must be said.
Did you guys?
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Surely there was a handball in the build up to that City.
CR Kelly.
CR Kelly was so. CR Kelly was crazy.
Hey, you man. I went to some karaoke bar on Saturday. Yeah,
of course you did.
Love that.
Ignition came on. Yeah, I didn't sing, but I saw people. I don't know, but I just didn't sing out. Like we said, what you look.
You lied. You sung. You heard the
no. Just
and then you went beep beep.
was parched.
The thing is, running her hands through my throw, bouncing on 20 foes is hilarious. That's a hilarious line.
He was literally like, he was
the remix.
It was on an OJ Simpson. It was on an OJ Simpson thing.
Oh, one of the best slander names is Tuchele Band. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Finally, guys. Finally. Fulham 5, West Ham United 0. We end it there.
Aye, West Ham got battered. What is
West
it?
Ham pump blood.
Nah, there was bro. All the names are coming to my head now. There was one for Arteta. What was the Arteta name?
Arteta.
No.
Lampard. It's called Lampard. Hoofpard.
Nah, slowly give it.
It's just
oh my god.
There's no tactics.
Guys, goal of the week. There's some 2 strong contenders this week. I must say. Because they were identical goals.
Remind me. I don't remember.
What's it called? Harry Wilson of Fulham.
Harry Wilson.
I didn't see Fulham's.
But guess what? But guess who done the exact same goal? McAtee of Sheffield United. It was a beauty. It's the exact same goal. I'll give it to Harry Wilson though. It was lovely. Harry Wilson.
Lotus Dan Wilson.
Yeah.
I watched minimal football. I can't lie to you guys. I watched minimal.
What a shame that was.
Oh, how could we forget Lubum Softest Cheeks?
Oh, that's the winner.
That's the winner.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. I need to find the pod when we first learned that one because I couldn't control myself. I was gone. I was so gone.
Chelsea fans they call Disassi disaster.
Do you know how much you paid for Disassi, by the way? I don't know if you know. How much money you paid for it?
No, I don't even look at the numbers.
In euros, they paid 45 million euro.
That's not bad.
That's a lot.
It's not that bad. That's a lot of frigging money.
It's like your 5th choice and a half.
He's 25 years of age. It's not like he's been a world beater in football.
He turns like the bus.
Koulibaly is crazy.
Koulibaly is crazy.
Oh yeah, Van Disney was classic.
Virgil Van Disney is a classic name.
All right, guys, focus. I need to get out of here.
Oh, Van Delegate. Van Delegate was a funny one.
Oh, Van Delegate was brilliant.
Delegate was actually that made me chuckle.
Goal of the week is Harry Wilson of Fulham. We're moving on. Player of the week.
I've got one.
Go for it.
It's got to be Alex Iwobi.
Oh!
I was thinking that as well. You know? I was thinking
Are we doing this over 2 weeks?
Alex
I done over 2.
In that case, I would give it to. Well, if I'm honest, I thought Willian was superb for Fulham this week.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Oh, sorry, the slander names keep coming back to me. They used to call Kante can't pass.
N'Golo can't pass. That's crazy.
Can't pass. That's funny.
I think like a threat and Lubin Soft the Cheeks wins that though.
Yeah, like a
threat was hilarious.
Like a threat jokes. That was a crazy one. Player of the week. Willian Raul Jimenez has got 2.
Jimenez.
Did he score on the weekend?
Yeah.
He did indeed. He scored the opener. Yeah, he did.
He's got like 4 in the season now. You see, ever since remember, I spoke to him. I know he felt it.
No, you did. And guess what? Can we sweep it? Team of the week. Is it the Fulham FC?
No.
They won 10-0.
They won 10-0.
They won 5-0 twice in 1 week.
No.
You're a disgrace.
No.
You can say
Aston Villa beat the 2 best teams in the league.
Damn it.
No. Oscar, I hear it.
It's not hear it.
No. Oscar.
You know what? Oscar has changed my mind. Oscar has changed my mind.
Can I throw a third team? Can I throw a third team?
No.
Everton?
You can't.
Everton.
No, my initial thought was Everton as well.
Everton's second. I don't know. Fulham need to leave this. Yeah.
No, they can't.
10 goals.
This is a crime. This is a crime.
Fulham's 2 victories. I'm sorry, they were not more impressive than Everton.
5-0. What did we say? What did we say last week when Burnley won 5-0? We said if you win 5-0, you win Team of the Week. I'm sorry, Fulham have won 5-0 back to back. Team of the Week.
By the way, I know Oscar. I know they beat Forest. You think, okay, they beat West Ham as well.
Who cares? I care. Like the derby.
I care.
Plus
big
10.
Plus
10 in 2 games.
I'm sorry, guys.
Plus 10 goal difference in 2 games.
In 2 games.
Oh,
unbelievable.
I don't care. 10 goals. I don't care.
I do.
No, Oscar, you're wrong. You know what, Oscar, you're wrong.
You're wrong, you know.
You're wrong. You're actually wrong. You're actually wrong.
You know, I can't lie. I've got to back Oscar. He's got a point. I've got to
all
back
right. Guys, guess what? Guess what?
Forest this season.
It's a democracy.
Oscar, did you beat Forest this season?
No, we didn't.
All right, then. Let's leave it there.
We didn't.
Where's Alanga?
Where's the what?
Alanga.
He's still there.
Oh, he's still whipping it.
I know he has a couple great slander names. He must do.
Yeah, Elanga must have a few. Okay. Oscar, this is a democracy. It's a democracy.
It is a democracy.
He said, Asad said, even City don't win 5-0 back to back. Well, guess what? Even City don't beat Aston Villa.
Nah,
okay. Fulham it is. Let's get voting. Let's get voting now.
Fulham. Sharon is back in Oscar so we don't get kicked off the panel. Do you think I have that power?
Wait, who is this knave sending for me, fam? Who is this knave?
Lola said, yo, man.
We need to have a conversation.
Guys, I swear, if I was an Aston Villa fan, I would be flipping.
I hear that. Though.
I hear that.
No, because if you were a look at odds. If you were a betting man on Tuesday night, yeah, and you placed a bet on Fulham to win 5-0 twice, or you placed a bet on Villa to win twice, what's the better odds?
Oscar, the higher odds would be Fulham.
It would be Fulham. 100%.
Oscar. Do you know why?
Because 5-0 to win 5-0.
Oscar, especially with what AD waxed lyrical about that centre forward prior to this week. Okay, when your striker is Raul Jimenez, you're not expecting a 10-goal thriller on the week. You're not expecting it. The odds will be way higher with Fulham. It's just a shock. Villa have won 15 Premier League home games at Villa Park in a row. Prior to this game, they won 13.
Yeah. And then more the 2 best teams in the league came to town and they slapped them both.
Well, they didn't slap Arsenal. Let's just calm down.
Calm down. That's a strong word. Calm down.
You pulled up in a Greyhound truck to the stadium. You're left with nothing. Yeah, you got slapped. Hold that one. And City got slapped too.
Guys, Fulham are the team of the week. They get the sweep.
Even if it's a shock, it doesn't mean it's better. They beat Man City and Arsenal. What? There's no too hard games for you to play.
Oscar. Don't get me wrong. You got a valid point.
They scored 10 goals. What are we doing?
Fulham and Burnley. These men are scoring 5 goals in a piece.
Yeah, but remember, Villa are third, 2 points off top. You
don't worry.
No. We hear that. You don't
hear all that.
No, you don't hear it. You don't hear it.
If we're doing a top 3 performance, Villa will go there, Everton will go there. But your winners this week. This is a democracy. We voted. I'm saying Fulham. Robin.
Fulham.
Adrian.
Oh, yeah, Fulham. It's got to be, man.
Oscar.
Wait. What do you mean? You know my answer. It's Aston Villa. This is ludicrous.
And Cheon?
Villa.
Right. Guess what? 3-2 to Fulham. Fulham.
Guys, what Everton did was more impressive than what Fulham did.
Oh, shut up. Get out of here. Everton winning at home. Everton beating Chelsea is not a surprise. Everton beating Newcastle at home, not really a surprise.
Beating Newcastle, I give it to you.
Yeah, Newcastle I'll give more. Chelsea,
Newcastle drew it apart the price. Yeah, let's get that right.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
No, they are. No. It's an impressive win. No doubt.
It's a great win. Unfortunately, one team went from +0 to +10.
Oscar, quick math. 90 minutes divided by 5.
Wait, what?
90 minutes divided by 5. For any of you quick maths there. It's like a goal every 19 minutes.
18.
That's great.
18 minutes. Every 18 minutes.
Robin, you done that mentally.
Oh, Robin was straight in.
What a guy.
Can Fulham beat Man City 1-0?
Yes.
Probably not.
Can they beat Arsenal?
Yes, they can.
I don't think they can.
They can.
And they definitely can't do it in the same week. You lot are skunked. Do you know how hard it is to play City? You know how much running you have to do against Pep Guardiola?
You have to move on. You have to move on.
Can I be honest with you? Both of them have their own merits, but
exactly, of course they do. Of course they do. But we voted as a democracy, and Fulham won the team of the week. Now, who's not that guy? Who's not that guy?
I've got
Kieran Trippier.
Why Kieran Trippier?
He got me -1 on my FPL. Bro. He got me -1 on my FPL. And he's suspended until the 23rd.
I can't help you on that.
So,
Do you know one team? Do you know another team that should get team of the week that didn't? Freaking Frankfurt beating 5-1 against Bayern.
Is that just for prep for Bayern Munich for Man United? Is that all it is? That's just a bit of prep. You know when City lose a game, everyone says, "Oh, City are gonna come back and pack, man." Maybe Bayern might be doing the same thing. Anyway, no, you're right. Frankfurt winning 5-1 was outrageous.
You bet. I hate football, bro. Let's just say, Harry Kane breaks the Bundesliga record, and for some miraculous disaster, Bayern will win the league. I'll be crestfallen. I
need it. I need it.
The thing is, it's only because Tuchel's there. I want Tuchel to win the title, but if he was not there,
I'm the opposite.
Listen, I want Xabi Alonso. He's doing that thing.
We got Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso's doing the thing.
Victor.
He's not that guy, guys. Come on.
Nigeria have best strikers, you know.
Lauren James, and it's a good shout. It's a very good shout.
Lauren James, idiot.
They're the same,
Let
though.
us know what happened.
Do you know what? I'm trying to even remember. Just so much happened in that game. By the way, the WSL, yeah. Nah, do you know what? I'll leave it for another day. I can't talk about it here. I can't do it.
No, don't Joey Barton us.
It's not a Joey Barton thing. It's not a Joey Barton thing. But big up the WSL, bro. Big up the Arsenal women. Big up the Chelsea women. You don't know. I'm trying to remember Lauren James.
It's so weird to me. Hold it to Chelibam. Hold
it. Actually, hang on a minute. Yeah. He won you the Champions League. He was unfairly ousted from the club. You've been unrecognizable since you left. You've spunked £1 billion. You're worse now than when you was at Thomas Tuchel's worst days. But what? Because you couldn't play free flowing football with freaking Tamier or whoever he had up front. He's a bad guy. What? Because you couldn't make Timo Werner score 20 in the league. He's a bad man.
Yeah,
I don't, but we know what Timo Werner's on. He can't even get on to Leipzig.
I heard Timo Werner's links with Man United. You know,
I heard that too. That got dropped straight away. The club came up and said no.
That's an awful deal.
Lauren James has not had the greatest career as she at the moment in time.
Ever since she left us,
ever since she left Man United, it's been nothing but hell on earth for her. She's gone to the World Cup with England.
Yeah.
Okay. Who hasn't? Name a women's player that hasn't won the WSL.
What are you talking about? The Man United team last season.
We were close. We were so close.
The Man United team.
We fought to the very end.
Anyway,
go again.
You started this there. Is that what you want to start this?
Can I get through the segment?
Listen, my beef with Lauren is purely she left us. That's my only beef with her. That is yeah.
She let England down, okay, at the World Cup. She let her country down, okay.
Thank you.
And then, what for? Was it for stamping a player?
Yeah,
stamping. Thank you very much.
No, that's
stamping a player.
You could call it a stab. It was that bad.
In broad daylight at the Emirates, what did we see? Huh? You know what I'm saying? She clatters into, I think it's Leah Valti, all right? Runs into Kim Little, or is the other way around, and stamps on her. Lucky to only get a yellow card. Lauren James, and by the way, that's a disgrace. For that reason, you are not that gal, cuz. The whole James family. And And even your brother Reese, you know what I'm saying, get on a regimen that could at least keep him fit for a year. This guy's moving like Abu Dhabi. What the hell is going on here? The whole James family, you don't have to hold this helm.
Reese slander. I understand.
What's Mumsy saying? He cool.
Lawrence.
Who knows that, bro? I don't know.
Lawrence slander. I understand.
No.
Why is Nigel catching corn?
He's done projects Mbappe the right way. He said he doesn't care what you are. You're gonna make it.
Leave Nigel. What's the beef with Nigel?
It's
yeah. Like Peter's got a lot on the line. You know what I mean? There's
a lot on the line.
You can't waste it just for a couple of laughs.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Hey, Assad says Adrian Tuchel was 3-0 up at the Bernabeu with Alonso and Loftus-Cheek.
Nah, hold that, guys. You man, hold that.
The fact that Loftus-Cheek was wing back is why I'm annoyed.
Yeah, all right. Okay, that sums up this week's. Oh,
No.
Let's wrap up.
It's funny, but the BBC. What happened there?
Listen,
fair play to for apologizing.
It's a stinker. But when you see what the camera crew were doing to her, it's the funniest thing as well. Because they were giving it to her. They were just giving it to her, bro. So for banner, they just put her on live. They just put her on live straight away. Like, nah, man. You know
for the whole nation.
They were gesturing back and forth, like obviously doing all sorts of things behind the camera and stuff, offline. And then the production crew just said, "We're gonna go." You think you're funny? You think you're funny? Click. Girls caught like this. What a howler!
That's the way. This is a great. Who win in a one-on-one between Nigel and Peter? I don't know, but I want to see it.
Nah, I'd flatten him still. I'll go all East African on man. I'll flatten him.
What does that mean?
What is he tall? He looks like a big lad.
I'm going. You know, like when you see when Kane goes to the top rope and does the massive.
Why for that? What did I just say?
Adrian, you need help, man. You need God to cleanse you. Look,
the
BBC is not that guy this week for that.
Yeah, the BBC is not that guy.
Horrible.
Absolutely.
Pete, you see what happened?
Yeah.
What?
What? You mean the girl that put the little thing like this?
No. That's not one.
No. That's another one. That's one of them. But this one is also funny.
So basically, the BBC ran an article about the term UK beasts. And they put Nella Rose as the main image for the article.
Oh God!
So they were trying to talk about how
why is UK beast a thing? Like, what's the term?
Why is it a thing? To be fair, the article was talking about why it's unfairly targeting black women and it is a racial thing. But they could have had a different image than putting Nella Rose there. You don't need to put anyone there.
Oscar, forget having a different image. That's tantamount to slander. That's a personal attack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know, she's been in the jungle. She's probably got good representation. Let's hope her people know how to sue and make those defamation of character claims and all that stuff.
Standard.
I'm sure she's got a few lower things.
David. If you were here the last time we did AFCON on the podcast, it was one of the funniest times of the year.
AFCON coming back.
Oh, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again.
We've got to go now. We've got to leave. We've got to get out of here. Guys, we'll talk about AFCON. Believe me, we'll have. There's a Premier League break in January. We will dissect the AFCON. Our regular annual AFCON chat, okay? We'll dissect it then, okay? And we'll talk about the goalkeeping. We'll talk about the pitch. We'll talk about it all. The camera angle. We'll talk about everything.
I remember Zambia one.
Thank you guys for joining us on this week's Top 4 podcast.
Hey, like the video.
Make sure you smash a like on the video if you like football content like this. And until
whoa
week, for God's sake.
Nah, because Assad try to say, Somalia and Uganda are both West. No, we slapped you. Go check the books. In the World Cup qualifiers, you got slapped last month.
I remember that.
Well, did you see that goal? Who do you have? Was that?
I can tell you.
What was it? Alex Kwame on the wing?
I could not tell you. I just saw the score.
I don't know. Yeah,
I know who won though, and that's what matters.
We won.
Anywho,
everybody.
AFCON is in the Ivory Coast, so we're gonna talk all about that in the end.
That's the hard man. You got slapped.
It's in.
Man, I'm talking about 10 men. I don't care about that.
AFCON's in West Africa. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, until next week, we'll talk more about it. Until next time, people. Peace.
Been a pleasure, guys.
I'm not